The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Hey, yo, welcome to Real Figures, episode number 66. My name is Omar V, bringing you the latest. Well, usually I say the latest. The latest. I've been off for a while, but latest action figure toy news of the week. I still try to keep track of stuff, so I guess it's still valid. But yo, man, what's up with everybody, man? How's everyone doing tonight? Yeah, back, dude, back from a little bit of a break, a little bit of a hiatus. It's not usually planned that way, but sometimes it just kind of has to work out that way, you know. But like I said in the last episode, man, I'm always kind of, keeping track of the toy news and stuff, and try to get ready for the next episode all the time. So we're gonna do that. Obviously, there's like big event going on in Japan. Tamashii Nations is hosting like some kind of event out there. I guess their own kind of like, I don't know, just like their own kind of showroom. Man, they got a lot of stuff, like too much stuff to honestly track, because they go deep in like Kamen Rider, Gundams. I'm gonna take a look at some of the shonen characters that they have, like making figures of. Yeah, they make a lot of stuff, man. S.A.'s Monstars, Godzilla's look great. So we're gonna take a look at some of that stuff. And take a look at some of the stuff that I haven't been able to bring onto the show in the last few weeks. A couple Mescos to kind of look at. So yeah, I've been off for a while, so I can't really remember when was the last time that I was off, but I try to kind of gather as much as I can. But yeah, we'll do that. I'll say what's to the chat as it slides in. Normally I start off with my hauls, and I'm gonna do that right now. Because right off the bat, I had this stuff get delivered just the other day. So I got that new Reze Chainsaw Man. It's just a great figure. I knew it was gonna be. That first Chainsaw Man release is like seriously like one of the best figures I remember picking up, and I remember buying an extra one just like to have on ice, because I was like, man, this figure is so nice. I never want anything to kind of like break or anything. I won't have an opportunity to get another one. And then I didn't really think that they would ever do kind of like, I guess like costume changes or whatever, kind of different looks. But yeah, it's just smart. I just wish it had like more blood splatter on his clothes and stuff. On the chainsaws, it's cool. But yeah, you can't customize these, I guess, but that would probably just add more deco, more cost to the figure, but pretty dope. I haven't seen the movie yet, so be civilized. Don't spoil shit, man. But yo, man, I'm going pretty heavy on the Figuarts stuff, man. Like I said, we're gonna take a look at some of the new stuff. I got my boy Yu-Gi-Oh, baby. Oh man, dude, this figure is pretty dope, but man, the one thing I hate about Bandai, dude, is like their QC issues. This leg is like super loose. I gotta put kikis on it, but I didn't want to show it off on the show, like just out the box. It's not cool, man. You know, it's like I said, let's look like an $80 figure. But I got him posed out like that because you're a real one. You got the fucking Exodia, baby. I don't think I ever showed this off, but I had bought the model kit, the Figurize, like back in the summer. So I did get around to building that because I wanted a Yu-Gi-Oh figure, and I was like, man, you know what, the Rebel Tech, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go with the Figuarts, dude. I'm gonna wait for the Figuarts. I waited for it, and it's just like, man, I guess I got a bad copy, but it sucks, you know. It's like that shit sucks ass, bro. So it's like fuck off. You know, I'm gonna talk my shit. And then take a look at some of the new Gokus. I got that new one. Cell Games Begin, baby. Oh, dude, this thing's pretty awesome. I was kind of hesitant and like about the knee articulation and stuff. And I don't know, I still kind of have my gripe a little bit. Like, it's not as maximum in range as it could be, but the figure does feel great. I do like it. I just got to have them right here without a key blast. I just kind of opened them before the show. And for $35 or $40, what they're charging for these entry prices, I'm like, I'm not mad at it, you know? I just didn't have time to dig something out. But yeah, it's pretty cool, man. I don't know. I'm digging what they're doing, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm fully happy with it, but it is good. It's not like the greatest thing ever. And then I didn't have time to open that new Luffy, that Gear 5. But yeah, I'm gonna crack this open. I did get the original one that came out, the first one that came out, but I don't know. I just that one had like the hockey arms and all that stuff, and just different kind of. I don't know. I just kind of felt like I'll get both of them, and then I could just have like the Ultimate Gear 5 Luffy, just kind of pop and swap accessories. But yeah, I was bummed out about this Yu-Gi-Oh, man, because it's like, dude, this shit's fucking loose as hell. But the figure looks pretty good, and I'm like kind of really surprised with like not surprised, but impressed with like the accessories. It's just, dude, it's just I don't know. The figure's fidgety. Like, look at the jacket, pops off pretty easy. So I don't know, dude. I'm like, man, I think I should have taken a look at some of the reviews for the Rebel Tech and maybe gone in with that one because I don't know. I wanted like a sturdy figure, That's why I'm like, dude. So for $90, that Yu-Gi-Oh is a fucking hunk of crap. And then like for $35, this fucking Goku is like feels great, bro. It's just so it just feels premium, It's like feels what you think of when you buy an import. It's like, that's what I want every time I buy something like that. So kind of sucks that you don't get that all the time, But yo, that's all I got this week. Let me know what you guys are picking up. I did get like a few other things, but man, I've been off so much and I've been kind of like organizing my little space right here. So it's like, fuck, I don't know. Some stuff I just don't even open. I don't have time to open everything right now. But let me know what you guys are picking up, man. The conversation is always going around, because there's always new stuff hitting. There's always new stuff going up for pre-order. Obviously this show revolves around like pre-orders and stuff and new reveals, but we should be talking about the stuff we're buying and like kind of what we like and don't like about it, because I don't like bad QC issues. I hate it. I fucking hate it. All right. But yo, let me say what's up to the chat, man. Chat sliding in here. Not too many people in here. It's been, like I said, man, you take a break from YouTube and it punishes you. That's what they say, right? I don't give a fuck. But yo, let's say what's up to the people that are here, man. Shout out to Ghost Tab in the building. Yo, Ghost Tab, you gotta switch your name back, bro. I like Tab. I was like, why is this guy naming himself Ghost Tab? That's such a weird name, but I always thought it was cool, man. Ghost Tab. That's fucking dumb, bro. Proto Man, or as they called him in South America, Puto Man. Yeah, we're gonna take a look at some dude. The Marvel versus Capcom hype is like it's hit peak hype, bro. Like seriously, it's once you see a hype beast brand like doing the collabs and stuff. That's it. We're at the peak of the hype right now. So yo, let me read out some more comments from Ghost Town because there's not too many people in the chat right now. You came back after Tamashii Nations event. Gonna be a long stream. We'll see how long we go. I got you for Kamen Rider. I watched the last 3 Kamen Rider shows. Yeah, I saw some of the Zet stuff and some of like the Mass Rider Night and all that stuff. I was kind of reading comments, but man, it's too much to digest, honestly. Darth Gutierrez in the building. He says, snap, yo, what up, Darth G? What's good with you, man? Ghost Hat saying, watch Chainsaw Man movie on one of the best movies of the year. Naked girls, explosions, and chainsaws. Man, what more could you ask for? The figure is bomb, bro. I like the figure because it just has like a different look for Denji, It's just got the jeans and shit, the open t-shirt. I was like, yeah, this figure is badass, bro. But I don't know if I want to get that bomb chick, man. She's the bomb. Figure Riser Dub got Exodia Shining and Kaiser Guy. Yeah, it's pretty simple model kit, man. I'm like, dude, I saw a bunch of Exodias. I was like, I have to pick one, and I kind of think I should have gone in with the statue from Good Smile. What the hell is that shit called? The Pop Parade, I think they call them. That shit is huge though, and it just I don't know. When I got this, I was like, man, that shit feels super light. And I'm like, I guess that's what it is. It's a cheap model kit, But the size on it's pretty good. But man, there's not so many, but there's a good options for an Exodia. Figure Fight Club in the building. He says, what's up, Omar? Yo, Figure Fight Club, what's good, man? How are you doing? He's in the house. We got Obi-Wan in the house. He says, good evening, gents. All right, cool. So not too bad. Too bad of a turnout. Man, either way, I was still gonna do the show. So shout out to everybody that's here, man. Shout out to the people who catch the replays and stuff. But we'll get into the show, guys, because like I said, there's a good amount of stuff to talk about. And I actually wanted to start off right here, baby. Some sugar, spice, and everything nice. We got to get into this Mesco 5-point set, Powerpuff Girl set that honestly was one of my key takeaways from New York Comic Con, San Diego Comic Con, when these guys showed this off. I think this is awesome. I think it's just all you need for this type of like animation style character. The design on these characters doesn't lend itself for like articulation. Like you can't put a bend on those knees. I mean, you could kind of get creative with like bendy wire and stuff like that, but over time it's just gonna degrade. The plastic isn't even long enough for it to have like a good bend on it or anything. But man, Powerpuff Girls was just it's a pretty great cartoon, honestly, man. It just takes me back to a simpler time with like cable television, man. We had Powerpuff Girls, Dexter's Lab, Johnny Bravo, man, all the stuff that was on Nickelodeon at the time also. It was just such a good time. Ed and Eddie. It was just such a good time to just, plop on the couch, watch some tunes, and yeah, it was great, man, so seeing that Mexico is going back and delivering some stuff from Cartoon Network, I think it's awesome. Like we recently saw their Samurai Jack 112 release or pre-order go up. Figure looks great. It looks like I said, it's pretty hard to translate these types of animations to like real world figure form, but they're doing it, man. They're figuring it out the best way. And seeing this, they're gonna have a Dexter's Lab come. Like it's the same kind of not body shape, but almost like animation style. So I don't really need it much to do much. You got to pop out the arms, swap out the arms, the face plates and stuff. And you don't get too many poses or expressions, but it's pretty much all you need. You need like a battle pose, and then you just need like their superhero landing pose and stuff. So that's cool. I just wish it would have came with a bit more in the expressions, because it's like you don't even get a looking straight eye face with Buttercup. So it's like kind of sucks, but they kind of did a good job in like specifying like their personality traits. So you got Blossom right here with like action and yeah, like you're just a straight ahead smiling pose. And Buttercup, yeah, she's got that attitude. So she's definitely gonna have those expressions to the side. But look at Bubbles. Like she has no battle pose. So it's just kind of, I don't know, it feels like it's missing one more expression, one more head sculpt would have been great. And then yeah, like I said, you could kind of interchange the arms and stuff, get different kind of poses and stuff, and that's pretty much it. So for $80, it is kind of high, but they are throwing in the Mojo Jojo that I think it's necessary because it's like you're gonna get the superheroes, you're gonna get the good guys or good girls. So you need the bad guy, and yeah, the most iconic bad guy, the main bad guy. Yeah, awesome him. I just wish that it's not just gonna end here. I hope they deliver the mayor. Remember the little mayor with that what was the name of the secretary that he had? The thick ass secretary that he had. You can never see her face, but oh man, I just always used to love when he would come out and stuff. He was just so goofy. It's like I said, it's such a great cartoon. It had great villains also. Like they had a pretty deep rogues gallery, surprisingly. It was just pretty crazy to see that. But they all were cool. Like I remember the Rowdy Rough Boys. That was so cool to see that. Like the boy versions. That oh man, I hope they make them. I forgot the name of that one girl, the redheaded curly hair girl, but like I said, or him, wasn't it the name of that fucking devil trans fucking thing? That was crazy. But it was just normal. I don't know why. That wasn't like at the time wasn't so edgy, like, oh my god, this thing looks like a fucking trans devil thing. It was just, I don't know, it was just creepy as fuck, but it made for a great cartoon. Cartoon villain at least. But that was kind of like the main villain, right? That was like the big boss type of shit. I don't think I remember like seeing like where this series ended and stuff. I don't think I remember seeing any series finales to this stuff ending. I think it just happened so that like one day you just stop watching cartoons, and I think that's what happened. Like I had a younger brother, so he kind of continued watching all cartoons and stuff, and I kind of watch every now and then, but yeah, I don't know when's the last time that I was just like I don't want to watch this anymore. And I don't think I came to that conclusion, but I think it just, your time gets move on, you move on, you grow older, you get into other stuff and you just get out of cartoons, man. But like I said, now you're collecting toys, you're collecting figures. I love it for that, I love it for that nostalgia trip, it's just like you get something, you get a little representation, you get a little piece of your childhood in figure form, and I'm here for it, man. So for $80, I'm mad at it, man. I didn't pre-order it on Mesco because I won't pay any shipping from them. So I didn't even bother to add it to my cart to see how much it would be. But I am gonna get this set when it comes out. And like I said, I just hope it's not the end of it. It's not just one set of uh of four figures and that's it. I hope they kind of continue on a bit. But it gets me excited that they are licensing out Cartoon Network because man, dude, it's crazy to see the handling of these properties, man. Not just Cartoon Network stuff, but even Looney Tunes. I always bring it up, man. Looney Tunes. You look at all the stuff that they handle with DC, even like DC Comics, even in movies. Like Warner Brothers is really poor, and I think that's why you can attribute like them being up for sale right now to like smaller studios that are like trying to make a move for this. I wouldn't mind if Netflix bought Warner Brothers, honestly, bro. They would have a whole huge amount of catalog of content that they could make. Not everything on Netflix is great, but man, I would I wouldn't mind paying more for a Netflix subscription if they own Warner Brothers. Like they would come out with some of the best stuff ever. So yeah, it's cool to, like I said, just jump back to the toys. I'm here for it. Anybody else in for this type of stuff? I know it's not like everybody's kind of cup of tea as far as like a figure goes, or maybe a lot of people didn't even watch this cartoon, but to me it was great. I love Powerpuff Girls. Like I said, Johnny Bravo, Dexter's Lab. Like I can't wait for them to do a Dexter. I could see them doing like Dexter and his sister Dee Dee, because yeah, that was like it was just antics all the time. So yeah, I'm for it, man. But like I said, I'm just excited that they are dipping into Cartoon Network. So like, yeah, they definitely are fans of that shit. Because to make a Samurai Jack figure is just kind of out of left field. We see constant third party companies come out the woodworks, and they're coming out with other stuff, or just doing MCU figures or DC figures and stuff. And it's like, get us to some other IPs out there, man. Like especially for third party. I just think it's just that's where maybe it might be a little bit of a culture shift, because like a lot of these companies are like from Hong Kong and stuff. It's like, man, the stuff we have out here, it's vast as far as comics and cartoons and different movies and media. Like we have a lot of stuff out here in the States, man. So I'm glad that like these domestic companies like Mescorse are not shying away from this, because there's not, as far as I know, this cartoon is not currently going on. I know there was supposed to be a live action that was supposed to come out on the CW, and I remember hearing about the backstage antics of that. It was just supposed to be super like inappropriate, like that type of shit. Like, nah, I was like, man, that's horrible. They would have really butchered this IP. And like I said, that's Warner Brothers handling of this shit. It's crazy to see how dumb they are. But yeah, I'm here for it, man. Shout out to Thor in the house sliding in here. We also have a Ghost Tab commenting. I don't care for the Powerpuff Girls figure, but if they do the Mayor Secretary, then I'm in. Hey, yo, yeah, bro. I forgot her name. What was her name, man? It was like at the tip of my tongue. Miss. Fuck, man, I fucking forget. Shout out to Be Rare in the house. He says, I dig these. Yeah, I think these are cool. I mean, I would want them to be cheaper, but $20 per card back. It's like, yeah, it's pretty much what Super 7 charges. It's like a reaction figure. It's like $20, I guess. It's like more boutique style, I guess. I watched Dexter, Powerpuff Girls, Johnny Bravo, Two Stupid Dogs, Cow and Chicken, good times. Yeah, man, exactly. Yeah, Two Stupid Dogs. Cow and Chicken, Courage the Cowardly Dog. I remember watching also. It was a great show. Like Hey Arnold, also like I said, all the stuff that was on Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network. It was like, man, dude, like, man, it was perfect, bro. Like it was perfect. Then you get into like later years, like SpongeBob even was great when it first came out, and I don't even know when it first came out or when it ended. Like, but all the episodes I've ever seen of SpongeBob I've enjoyed. Like even like the newer stuff, it was great, man. It was so good. Even like you said, like even just like a Rugrats line, if they made like little small like PVC Rugrats toys, I'd buy them. Just because it's just cool. So yeah, I'm here for this. I think it releases sometime in the summer next year, so be a ways away to lock that pre-order in, but I'm locking it in, man. But yo, jumping back over to the Mesco 112 still, we got to talk about this Incredible Hulk. Like I said, I was on a little bit of a hiatus, a little bit of a break, but I was tracking this, and man, I gotta say, is this the best Hulk action figure of all time? I think it fucking might be, man. I know there's big talk with that 6-inch plus line, figures that are coming out. He's coming out with all three of the Hulks, gray, red, and of course the fucking big green mean machine, baby. And dude, long anticipated, long awaited, the fucking Mesco 112 one was eventually gonna go for pre-order, man. And I gotta say, man, I think they outdid themselves here, man. I seriously think they outdid themselves. I remember when it was first teased, I said, this thing doesn't look like it's gonna move at all. I mean, it was only an up close look of the face, but just knowing them, I was like, man, what's like their best big body? What's like the best body that they have as far as like a bigger bigger hulking character, no pun intended. But to see them kind of go all out, tool this thing up, it's got excellent range as far as the butterfly joints are going, are concerned. And the head sculpts, man, where the Maximum Hulk lacks, I feel like this excels with just two head sculpts, multiple expressions. You didn't need to do more than that. You needed just to concentrate on one or two looks, but multiple expressions with those looks. It's like I don't know why you would give us like three different head sculpts. Like one's grinning, one's just got his teeth open, one's fucking raging. Like I don't know, I don't like that. They're all different hairstyles. Didn't like it. But right here, you get a little bit of a more modern take on it, or even kind of classic still too. Like this just looks great to me. Like already, like if they showed me no other accessories, I would already be happy with this. Like I would already be really happy with this. Obviously, the soft goods pants, it's Mesco, but look how well they look. And like this looks great. And then we get into a more like Immortal Hulk head sculpt, and I just think this thing looks awesome. It looks off the hook. Like I said, this is what you think of when you think of Hulk. When I saw that Maximum Hulk with I forgot what artist it was, but the one with the slicked up hair, I was like, man, I don't know, dude. Like, I don't know about that. Not that it was a bad head sculpt or a bad look, but this is what I think of when I think of Hulk. I just think like messy hair, really raged out, like fucking angry looking. I don't want him like smirking and stuff. I didn't think that was like, I don't think that was good. But man, pretty simple release. Like I said, it really shows like that they went all out on the body, but they're not skipping out. They are packing this thing out. It is a 112 release, man. So they got pretty cool accessories in here. Obviously, kind of standard, what you would think of, like shout out to Diamond Select. They would always throw in accessories like this. But I do like this hand accessory holding the Mjolnir. Like catching that shit, like that's sick, bro. Like that's something Marvel Legends wishes they could have thought of, as simple as it is, but that just looks awesome. I like these effects where it kind of slides in and out, so it kind of looks like the crater's impact is a lot greater. Like pretty simple stuff that like, Marvel Legends could have done this stuff like no problem, and that's what I would have thought of when I thought of Maximum. Like this is what I was picturing. I was picturing like this, like a lamppost, some kind of like crazy stuff. They did throw in a missile and stuff, but I was thinking like more cool stuff. You know what I would want to see? Like the cannon of a tank like ripped off and like kind of like bent, kind of like that would be insane. It would just be like a pole, obviously, but you could kind of have some kind of like army thing on there, just like a desert tan like pole. Obviously, you would be able to tell what it is, like that would just be cool. Like that would just be a cool ass accessory. Because I don't know, we've seen like lampposts and bent fucking bars and shit like that. Like that ain't much, but it's still cool, and it's still something that's packing in that release, increasing that value. But I think this thing looks great, man. I think even this thing would look awesome even in a Marvel Legends collection. Like it would blend in no problem. Obviously with the soft goods pants, but how many times are people putting third party capes on their Marvel Legends? Every fucking time, because Marvel Legends doesn't put any soft goods capes on their stuff. So anytime anybody grabs a Marvel Legends now, most likely they're putting soft goods on it via third party. So to have soft goods pants on a Hulk, I think this thing is just gonna seamlessly blend into a Marvel Legends display or collection or photography shot. Like even this thing, I wish I could just buy the thing figure just single loose carded or whatever. I don't want the whole Fantastic Four set, but I thought that thing figure looked pretty great. It is a little on the shorter side, but he's not as tall as some people imagine. But I thought the thing looks great, and this whole looks excellent to me. So definitely one that I'm gonna lock up. I think it was 150, I want to say. So it's not too too expensive, but it's not too cheap either. So I think that's around that sweet spot. 140, I might be tripping. So it's it's in that sweet spot, but it is a bigger body, it is a bigger character, so I think it's justified. And like I said, they gave you just enough as far as the head sculpts go. I like that it's the same look, multiple expressions, so simple to do, and they gave you that accessory too, the Marvel I just kind of threw in. And yeah, right here it looks like, I want to say they're saying that this thing is gonna be able to do the thunderclap. it's gonna get that range. But there's a lot of talk about Mexico kind of doing that a lot of times, is like fudging the promotional images and stuff. And can this thing really get that range? Like, I don't know. So I think either way, I'd still be happy with it. But I wish a company would get away from that. Like just doing that is just it's not right. It's false advertising pretty much. But the butterflies are pretty big, but I don't know. I think because the arms are so big and the wrist joints are like pretty big. I think maybe you could, you know, 'cause like see right there, the arms are bent at like the elbow, and then with those huge ass fucking joints in the wrist, kind of bends out the hands a bit. So I think it could do it because the arms are pretty long. Them fucking things is long. Hey yo, you got that long. But yeah, the arms are long, so I think that's what they're really banking on. Which I don't mind. Like, I don't mind that. It's like this motherfucker's got that gamma radiation, bro. His fucking arms are fucking huge as fuck. Obviously, they gotta grow larger. His fucking biceps, bro. His biceps like the size of your fucking head. Bigger even. Two heads. Shit. So yeah, I would imagine his arms gotta go a little bit for that. So yeah, I think this thing is looking pretty dope, man. Like I said, I think this is gonna be I want to say this is gonna be the best Hulk, man. I did see the 6 inch plus stuff, but when I see that, it looks. I don't want to say it looks third party like it's a bad thing, but it looks like you just use one of those Medi Toys orc bodies, custom, a head sculpt, which isn't a bad thing. Like I'm not trying to talk that down, but like it looks custom. It looks like a custom. This looks like this shit is official, baby. Like this thing looking good because yeah, that torso, this Hulk is just like wider, and that's what I think of with the Hulk. It's just like a wide ass body, just fucking muscled out. Like, hey yo, yeah, that's what I think, man. So I just Miss Bellum, yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about. Oh man. Ghost Ass saying only complaints I read about this Hulk were too veiny. Hey yo, lack of heads. Pause. Yeah, lack of heads. You could say that, but like I said, I'm glad that you got just two with multiple expressions. I don't want that maximum fucking shit that they did. That was terrible, bro. Thor saying, "Hey Omar and everyone in chat, I'm curious, is there aftermarket for this odd stuff from Tony the Tiger to now Powerpuff Girls? What's next? Sugar Bear and Rooster from Cornflakes?" Yeah, I don't know, man. Is there a market for this stuff? I mean, honestly, it's like that's what I kind of get tired of. Like shit, man. I just showed off a fucking Goku in my haul. This has got to be like, man, I don't know. I don't buy every single one of them, but this is like more than 5 Gokus I have. This has got to be more than 5 for sure. And it's like, what? What else? What else are we gonna buy? Batman over? This will be like, I don't know, my fucking 5th Hulk or whatever. I don't know. I think it's cool. I think right now, like I said, right now we're like in such a frenzy to buy new shit, like new figures and stuff. I feel like the hobby is just in this like golden era, and I think you got to strike while the iron's hot, because if you don't make that stuff now, you're never gonna make it. No one's ever gonna buy it. I think we're probably like last of a dying breed as far as people that want to buy toys and figures. So like I said, where do you go? What else do you make? So I think there is a market for stuff like that Cartoon Network line, but I don't know, with the Tony the Tiger stuff and all that, like I'm kind of hesitant to going for them, but once I see them like on my feed or on my timelines and stuff, I'm like, man, that does look fun. It just looks cool. And it's like, I don't, like I said, I don't know if there's this market for it, but that's up to the company to market that shit. And obviously the photographers do a lot of the legwork. Like the toy photographers do a lot of legwork for companies. Unpaid too. This is free. I'm talking about free marketing. So I don't know. You get the free marketing, there's a market, people buy it. So I don't know. I'm with you though. Sometimes it is kind of odd to see directions from companies, but we're gonna get into the Marvel versus Capcom stuff. So you tell me what's more boring, Tony the Tiger or fucking 13th Mega Man. But we'll see right now. Tyler L the Bill, he says, "Yo, what's up? What up, Ty? What's good with you, man?" NYC sliding in says, "Yer, what's up, NYC? What's good with you, man?" I imagine Tony the Tiger figure market is small, but can go high hat because supply is low. No, I think he means like market as far as like, is there people buying this stuff and who and why? Like, I don't think he's talking about aftermarket. He's talking about just general market for the companies to make it. Like, why make a Tony the Tiger figure? Shane Shooter in the house, he says, "What up? Oh, it looks cool. Too short for me though." Yeah, is it too short? I mean, I only got to see the comparison right here next to the Thor, obviously, and obviously kind of Thor's kind of kneeling down a bit, but it kind of looks a little short, huh? And then right here next to the Thing, where yeah, he's kind of kneeling down a bit too, but that Thing wasn't as tall as I imagine he would be, but it wasn't shorter than the Marvel Legends, was it? Because I don't know, man. Yeah, that's the thing, right? You got to kind of see this thing plopped up next to something, but I don't know. I still think it's gonna be, as long as it's the same height as my Marvel Legends, which I think my Marvel Legends Hulk, which I think it would be, because I'm looking at that shit right now, and it's like it's not like that Diamond Select one. That Diamond Select one towers, and that one I like that one too. But as long as this one's taller than my Marvel Legends or the same height, I mean, that's perfect. Like I'm good, And I'm liking this a lot, and I'm still probably gonna go in for the 6 plus all three of them. Like I want all three of that set because I feel like like I said, I was kind of sounding like I was talking shit. I might have been, I might have been, but I still think that set's cool. Like I said, I don't know. I like the look of this. I know that, and I know that this thing is eventually gonna sell out. So I think they said 7.5 inches. Damn, that's fuck. That's fucking kind of precise. If it's like 8, if it's like tipping 8, 7.75 around there, and maybe. I mean, I'm trying to look at something that might be 7 inches. I got my Tods. I don't know, dude. I still think it might be good, man. Like I want to say it's good, but you know, it's like fuck, you know what, Omar, you ain't saying shit. What's the size on the Mesco Hulk? According to Shane Shooter, 7.5, but I don't know. I still think that might work, man. Like I don't know. Like I said, once I get a fucking that Diamond Select Hulk, it's like yeah, that shit is like that's just like 10 inches tall. I don't want it to be that tall, but I wanted it to be somewhere in that 8.5 range, which I don't know, maybe 7.75, 7.8. Round it up, angle that shit. It's all about perspective, baby. What's that Todd shit? You gotta angle it out on your display, Get the guys crouching down, going lower, put this on a little stand. I don't know. We'll see. But I still think like I said, I'm locking this up, man. I'm thinking about getting that Captain America, but then I'm like, man, if I get the Cap and I get this, and I gotta get Thor, I gotta backtrack and get an Iron Man's. But I think these guys might put out a new Iron Man. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I want to do all that, but for sure I want to get this Hulk because, like I said, I think I could just fudge this into my Marvel Legends display because I'm not getting that maximum. Like I'm just not. And I have two of the green Hulks. I have the red and the gray one, but the 6 inch plus will probably. I was thinking that those would be the be all end all to my whole collection, but I think this one would be the be all end all plus those, and that would be probably it. That'll be final final verdict until Marvel Legends, gets their head out of their ass and they really give us a fucking all new Hulk. Then maybe that would be the last one. But I don't think it might be better than this one. But yeah, just the size, huh? Especially after like I said, after you saw Marvel Legends do that Juggernaut, where they didn't skimp out nothing on the size on that. It's like, man, these guys might come next time with like all new tooled up body for Hulk, a little bit bigger, for sure bigger. I think they're gonna go bigger next time. And maybe they even do like a Marvel versus Capcom Hulk, and that one I wouldn't mind with a different hairstyle, like a more clean haircut. But he was a little bit bigger too. His shoulders were a lot bigger, his arms were bigger. So we'll see. We'll see. Marvel Legends got sad up their sleeve, but that might be a couple years from now because shit, you're still got that Hulk sitting on a few pegs. I don't know if they're sitting on pegs, but they're definitely sitting on a lot of retail sites. So I don't know, but I'm here for this one. So hopefully we see little bit size comparison next time they have this at a booth or something. I think they will. So we'll see about it. But the good thing is not exclusive. We could kind of take our time with it, man. Let it simmer, let it simmer in the sauce. But I think I'm liking it, man. But yo, keeping it with Marvel, moving to the 3.0 DLX Spider-Man 2 upgraded suit Miles Morales. And man, I gotta say, dude, these guys are killing this fucking Spider-Man 2 game line, dude. We recently saw the Peter in his PS suit, PlayStation suit, and I thought that figure looked incredible, man. It looked awesome. This is where I would want it to be a little bit shorter. I don't know if these are going to be kind of closer to that 7-inch scale. They do kind of brand these as like 112 releases, but their Iron Mans are a little bit on the taller side. But I think the figures themselves look great. I don't know if this is supposed to have like that shininess to it, but kind of does look a little bit too plasticky, a little bit too glossy here, where I thought it worked on the Peter. But right here it does kind of look a little bit glossy where I wouldn't want it to be, but I don't know if that has just the suit itself. But man, I gotta say one thing, dude. Miles Morales got such a cool ass Spider-Man costume. Like his Spider-Man costume is just cold as fuck. Like I love it, man. That shit's just clean. And I think that's a big appeal to Miles Morales, Spider-Man. And I gotta specify it that way. I gotta specify it that way, okay? Because that's how they gotta specify it. Yeah, I think that's a huge appeal. This costume is pretty cool. It's just simple, but like I said, you got that red and black. That shit just looks sick, bro. So yeah, this is nice, man. This is nice where I don't have the quintessential Miles. I didn't get that reissue for the Mayfex. I'm like, I don't know, something about the Mayfex stuff that they gotta do more than just reissue stuff, man. I'm tired of that shit already. And I'm like, who else would make like a good Miles, dude? Marvel Legends gotta stop skimping out, man. They gotta get around to making like a maximum Miles Morales. I wouldn't mind that if that's the next Maximum Spider series. I hope they don't just do Maximum Symbiote Spider-Man. Like a Maximum Miles would be cool, man. Like in this suit, maybe like more comic. Yeah, I think that would look awesome. Because they've never really put him on like great body. It's been pretty. I think that the last one was that comic book wave. I think that one was a pretty okay body, but that shit had like no accessories, no hands, no head sculpt. I was like, it sucks, man. It's like they got to really think about doing like the interchangeable plates on the eyes for Spider-Man figures. Like that's got to be like the next thing for Marvel Legends, is doing stuff like that. Where I don't know, import companies don't do it all the time, but these guys did. And look, it looks pretty simple. I think it would depend on the figure, because some masks got like raised webs and stuff, or the design of the costume, I mean. But I don't know. I think where they can, they should. But I don't know. Some of the times Marvel Legends are just cheap as fuck, and some of the times they're pretty decent. So I don't really know, but I do think this thing looks awesome. And yeah, I didn't get the picture for the Spider-Man figure, but that one would look really cool too. I forgot to get that image, man. Fuck. Yeah, that one looked really fucking cool. But I don't know. I think if I had to get both, I think if I got one, I would have to get both, because I just think they look really cool together. In these specific costumes. But I'm gonna see when these actually come out, because if they do come out and they're like on the shorter side compared to the Iron Man figures, I wouldn't mind getting them, because I think the Spider-Man in that costume, the Marvel Legends, like I think it's sold out. I think they reissued it, and then that one sold out. I think it goes for like $100 or some shit. So can't even get that one easy. And I think that one was $40 when they reissued it too. I remember thinking like, that's fucking crazy. Fuck you. And now I wish I paid 40 for it, because I do like that costume. It's just badass. But man, I am noticing like, dude, a lot of love going to like video game representations of like costumes and characters and stuff. Because yeah, like I said, we're gonna get into that Marvel versus Capcom collab, and like, man, the Gamerverse that's where it's at for companies, man. Like it doesn't matter if it's like a Marvel or just we're gonna take a look at even Astrobot, little Chogokin. I thought that thing looked cool. So we'll see, man. Ghost Tap saying Miles Morales can be Spider-Man, but Spider-Man is always gonna be Peter Parker. Yeah, there you go. I like the way you put it, man. I think so. I finally bought the 3.0 Mega Man X. I saw their prototype for Zero, so I'm in. Yeah. Speaking of that, actually good transition to talk about that because yeah, man, the Rockman, aka Mega Man X, fucking Rising Fire version is going up for pre-order. And yeah, this is a 3.0 where we recently saw Haya Toys doing this also Mega Man X Mega Man figure. And I don't know, man. I think I like the Haya better, but just the thing about Haya that obviously we're gonna talk about all the time when Haya comes up is just the wait time on that. Where 3.0 is pumping this out, man. I liked the Mega Man figure that they made, the regular Mega Man. I like that one. It has a little bit of die cast. The price wasn't crazy. I think it was $40, where I think this one is also like in that 45 $50 price point. This one might be 50 because this is Mega Man X. But that little Mega Man was like 45 bucks, 40 bucks, and I thought it looked great, man. I thought it worked. But yeah, this Rising Fire version, I think these are like specific, obviously, like power-ups and stuff that I'm not even really digging on the Jada toy stuff with Mega Man. For me, just give me that classic blue, and I'm for it. I think that's just plenty good, but it is cool to get like obviously different kind of effects, maybe different kind of paint jobs. I don't know if you're a huge fan of these like properties, but I think this MDLX stuff, this 3.0 stuff's pretty good. And like I said, I did like how the Haya toys look, but I do want to get a Mega Man X, and I don't think I have the patience to be waiting for Haya, you know. Especially like fucking Ghost has said, man, they have shown off the fucking Zero as a prototype. And not only Zero, they also had Proto Man as a prototype. And man, that's exactly what we're gonna jump into now. Cause yeah, this motherfucker always had a better, more badass look than fucking Rockman. Like, just seriously, Proto Man is just he's a fucking G, bro. Like, he just looks cool as fuck, man. Just like that helmet design. I think it looks great. And going into the figure, like I said, I did like the price point on this. It's only 45 bucks. It's got the die cast. It's got pretty great articulation too. Especially when you kind of compare it to like a Jada Toys that I thought that Mega Man was great. I was like, that's probably all I ever need for Mega Man. But the intrigue here, man, for 45 bucks, it's a little bit more premium, and it does have a little bit more better articulation. Where it's probably gonna have more of the same here for this Proto Man. But where I gotta give points to Jada is, dude, they would have gone soft goods on that little scarf, man. You know, I think they would have gone soft goods on that scarf, dude, because they've done it. They've done it with figures in the past, like the Street Fighter line. That Vega that has like a fucking sash around his waist. Um, Soft goods wired too, and it's like, damn, that's cool for fucking 30 bucks if they're packing all that into it. It's fucking kind of lame. I don't know. Like I said, I've said it in the past. It's kind of lame of these companies to kind of come out of the woodworks, and I don't want to say bite Jada because it's like they're not the first to make Capcom figures, Mega Man figures, or anything like that, Street Fighter figures. But man, they came out hot with their fucking direction, bro. To make Street Fighter, to make Mega Man, it's like hell yeah, dude. I always thought about getting that Sentinel Rockman figure. I remember tracking it on eBay for a while, and I was just never pulled the trigger because I was always like, never liked the pins on it. I was like, this kind of looks kind of cheap, but that price only went higher and higher and higher. And I was like, damn, dude, is anybody ever gonna make a Mega Man figure line again? Here comes Jada Toys, man. Affordable, 20 bucks. I think right now you could buy like the first wave for like 15 bucks a pop, 12 bucks a pop on Walmart. Like, what more do you want? But man, these companies like Storm Arena, 3.0, it just looks like they're bringing that little premium factor and not breaking the bank. So it's like it's hard to stay away, man. You know, like I said, I'm plenty happy with what Jada Toys is doing, but man, when you just get that much better for not that much cost, that's where I feel like companies like Hasbro, Mattel, even Jada Toys, they need to stop skating around such friendlier price points. But obviously, they're dealing with big box stores like Target and Walmart. I don't think they want to take in inventory that's higher than the price points that Hasbro offers. But I don't know, man. I think directions in the company need to be changed, man. I think sometimes they do need to recognize that this adult market is willing to spend a little bit more for a lot of bit more quality. I want to say a lot a bit more quality because, like I said, sometimes you get, like I said, you get soft goods or you get die cast in this case. It's like, hey, it just feels a little bit better. It doesn't feel like sometimes like I'll buy a $25 McFarlane and I feel gross about it. Even though it's cool, it's still a toy, it's still a figure. I just feel like, man, you know what? I shouldn't be buying this damn fucking Catwoman for $35. It's not worth $35, but it's just the price of the figure, and I want it, so it's like, fuck, I'm paying for it. So I definitely feel some type of way. But when it comes to this shit, it's like $45. Like, nah, man, this shit looks cool, feels good, it's not cheap. Yeah, fuck yeah. Like, I don't feel any way about it other than good. But yeah, just going back to the design of this motherfucker, he just looks so fucking badass. And dude, this photography from these guys, man, I didn't really notice it because I'm not like the hugest Rockman, Mega Man aficionado. I mean, who doesn't like these characters, right? But it's something I didn't notice, but I always do appreciate when companies like Tamashi Nations, or I mean Figuarts, and Tamashi Nations for that matter, or even Marvel Legends, they kind of take inspiration in their toy photography. And I saw it getting pointed out online that, yeah, all of these poses and all of these shots are like from specific artwork. And I love that shit. Like, this shit is awesome, bro. Like, just look how cool that is. It's like different kind of artwork. I really like this one specific one on the bottom left. He's just like walking away because, yeah, that's like a really specific pose. And I was like, oh yeah, that would be from like cool artwork for people to recognize. So I do appreciate that. I feel like that's passion from the company making the toy. It's like they're taking the time to really know what's up with the character. And yeah, just kind of pay homage to it and sell it that way, present it that way. I think that's fucking awesome. So yeah, I thought this was probably the hottest pre-order of the fucking month. Like, honestly, this is the coolest thing I saw this month. And like I said, it's not breaking the goddamn bank for it because take a look at some KITH figures right now. I mean, man, people are going crazy for that. And honestly, I don't know why. Like, what the fuck, dude? These are just repaints, not even cool looking repaint, except for one that I really like. But yeah, I thought this was like way more value, way better. Not a pack thing with all the hype and stuff. Like, this is the stuff that I like to see from companies, man. And I don't know, I think Thor was bringing it up. It's like, what's the market for this stuff? Like right now, I feel like Capcom is capitalizing on their licenses, man. They're giving it to anybody and everybody that wants it, man. Because yeah, I think companies are really starting to notice more so than ever now that, yeah, some of these IPs that they hold, man, they got to take advantage of getting toys out there for this shit, man. Because yeah, this bubble, it might burst, and you might be sitting on IPs or old stuff that people want figures of for some odd reason. But it's a time, man. Diggs in the house says Peter is 15.5 and Miles is 15.7. Fucking hell. You know what? Miles did look kind of lanky and tall, huh? I was like, you know what, dude? I just didn't get that side by side, but dude, he looks tall. You're fucking right, dude. Holy shit. Like, he does look tall, where it's like, dude, I don't know. Since I didn't play the game, I'm like, wait a minute, this dude was in high school, huh? It's like, fuck. Oh, what the fuck, bro? But I don't know. I don't know if he was tall in the game, but I did kind of notice that. And in my head, I was just like, you know what? Since I didn't play the game, this is just like a cool Miles Morales, like adult version, I guess, like more young adult. But damn, that's terrible, man. But dude, that's just a subtle diss to Peter, man. Honestly, the highest 60, so I'll go with the 3-0 unless Hyatt does all the armors. Yeah, highest 60. Damn. Yeah, so I don't know. How much is the 3-0? How much is the 3-0 Mega Man X? Isn't it like around that same price? Because honestly, dude, if you look at the side by side, I like the way the high looks, man. But like I said, you got to see the shit in hand. And by the time you see that in hand, it's like, yeah, I want the Mega Man X now. I don't want to wait fucking goddamn year and a half, 2 years and shit. It's like, you want the shit fucking now, dude. And like I said, with the Jada toy stuff, it's like they were the first ones to show off a Proto Man. Where's that shit at? Where the fuck did he put that out, bro? I think I recently saw an interview or saw somebody talking about it online that they're gonna start jumping around more now, like different games, which they were already, but I think now they're gonna really jump to something else where I think they're gonna jump to a different kind of Mega Man, but it ain't gonna be Mega Man X because I think they recognize that two other companies are doing it already. So that leaves Mega Man. What's that one that they go into like the computer or some shit? What was that one called? That one, and then there was the Legends, Mega Man Legends from that old ass PlayStation game that I always remember seeing the cover to that shit at EB Games. But fuck, I don't know. I kind of like where they're at right now, but it may Battle Network. That's the fucking one. Shout out to fucking Racing in the building. Final Crash. Yeah, Battle Network. That's the one. Oh man, Final Crash. I was saying, going to get that Jada Proto, man. Hey man, I'm not mad at you for that, because like, dude, they went soft goods on that scarf, and I'm still getting that Jada one too. Still. XD. I think, yeah, I think that is Battle Network XD. It's the same. It's the same thing. Or EXE. Yeah, that's some. I think that might be the. I know it's that Battle Network, but is that EXE also? Yeah, that's EXE, right? But yeah, I think they're gonna jump over to that, which I don't know. I seen Kotobukiya make those model kits for that, and they look cool, but I'm not here to be building all these model kits. But yeah, I think if they do that, it'd be cool. But like I said, I feel like now, because they see all these other companies doing all this shit, I think they recognize, like, man, you know what? We gotta lose these guys, man. We gotta just be really jumping around to the next shit, man. Because these fucking companies, dude, like I said, they're like hot on their heels for like all the stuff they put out. They're just they're upgrading it a little bit, you know. And I don't know, for the customer, I think they win, but it just kind of bums me out because it just saturates the market with the same fucking shit. It's like, well, I'll see some other shit, bro. But man, you know, some people are gonna pick and choose. Sometimes you gotta support smaller companies. I think I want to support Jada Toys here, even though they might be the larger company. But since they coming out with it first, I'm here for it too. And then that one would just kind of go good with the Mega Man Jada Toys that I have, and then this one will go with the 3-0 that I have. So it's all good. It works. You know, and yeah, like I said, to really pay homage to the classic artwork and stuff. I don't even know if it is classic artwork, but it definitely has that look to it. So that is dope. But yo, like I was saying, man, this fucking Marvel vs. Capcom hype is fucking at the pinnacle. It's at the peak that it's ever gonna be. Because yeah, this week looks like they did a little bit of a collaboration across multiple companies, man. So we're getting Marvel, Capcom, KITH, Hasbro, and Jada Toys to collab on one set of figures, or on a few set of figures. And I gotta say, man, when this first came out, like seeing it, the little intro and stuff, I was like, what the fuck is this shit, man? Like, I know what KITH is, because I don't know, I don't really buy sneakers anymore, but I still kind of follow a few accounts like on X and stuff. So I kind of know, like, you know, like these types of brands and stuff. And I don't know, I don't even know why I do follow this stuff. I never buy anything. But yeah, I'm familiar with KITH, and they always do these different collaborations for like their different collections. Like they've done like with Coca-Cola and all this stuff. So they'll just release. To me, I always thought it was stupid. It's like, I don't want to wear a sweater that says Coca-Cola KITH. Like, the fuck? What cares? You know, especially if you're paying 120 something dollars for that sweater. But you know, it's that fucking fashion, bro. That's just what it is. It's a brand name people recognize. So to see it collaborate with action figures, I think that's where I think it's cool. You know, it's like, I feel like this just kind of brings this hobby into the more mainstream. And I think that's a good thing, man. Because like I was just referencing, the bubble might burst one day. It might burst one day because, you know, we're facing influx in prices, different kind of, obviously, trade wars going on, and quality dipping sometimes, prices raising, you know, availability to the average collector. Sometimes we're not able to acquire the stuff we really want to collect. Multiple factors that could kind of end this hobby, you know. We're gonna take a look at some of the Four Horsemen wave. They had an event last week where it shows you that the hobby is strong, but it's not for the masses, you know. Like whenever I talk to people that I do like a show about, or a podcast about, like action figures, it's kind of odd. It's like, well, that's kind of weird. But you know, obviously they're not in the know as far as this community goes, and like why people collect this stuff. Sometimes I question why the fuck I do collect. I get questions all the time about why I do collect. But I don't know, it's just fun, man. It's just a fun hobby to have. So to see it kind of be brought out to more of the mainstream, I kind of take it as a good thing. I kind of take it as like companies seeing that there is money in this, you know. Because like I said, these guys collab with other companies, but they don't collab with loser stuff. They don't collab with like RC Cola and shit. Like I said, they did with Coca-Cola. And they're doing with premier brands and stuff. So kind of get creative, obviously, to get a collaboration going with Marvel versus Capcom. Obviously, that game, very iconic game, holds a lot of nostalgia for a lot of people. And all those games like X-Men versus Street Fighter, Marvel Heroes, and all that stuff, all those games like were arcade classics. So I think people that maybe are not in this hobby of action figures still can recognize those video games, and then they could be brought into this hobby. And you get some of these people to buy this little Mega Man figure, and obviously they don't know the difference between Jada Toys or Hasbro, but they do see the engineering going into modern day action figures. Like this to me is just a simple looking figure, but it's great. Like the articulation that Jada put into this small release, it looks like Mega Man. Anybody can recognize this. Anybody that's ever grew up in the 80s or the 90s, 2000s, can recognize video game characters. And to get a toy of it, I don't think it crosses people's mind that this stuff is made, this stuff is out there, stuff exists. So to kind of get it out there in people's faces, I think it's good. I think people see this and are like, wow, this is a Mega Man action figure. Well, what other kind of action figures are out there? And obviously through this same release, you get a Ryu action figure. People probably have no idea, there's an entire line of Street Fighter characters that you could buy. But now they see this and maybe they might think about that, like, oh, it'd be cool if they made a Ken. Wait, let me look. Have they ever made a Ken? Who hasn't made a Ken? Oh, Jada Toys. Oh, that's who's collabing with this company, KITH. Oh shit. And they go down a rabbit hole. They start saying, oh wow, I could buy Ken and Bison, Chun-Li, Cammy, Guile. Like I can get the whole line. Like that's awesome, and I feel like a lot of people, it doesn't cross our minds that it works that way. But it's been brought up multiple times in different, live streams or even by the toy companies themselves that, this is for the new collectors, for the new collector. And we always kind of question what new collectors, like what new collectors. But dude, look at the live stream content that's being made. I've seen more toy tube than I've ever seen before in the past. Like I'm doing a show right now. And it's like a lot of the times there might be new people like that we don't even take account for, but I'm sure the toy companies they're seeing that. They're seeing extra income coming their way from different freaking people, different collectors. And I feel like this is a good way to kind of get more of that. And I think that's a good thing. I always think it's a good thing for there to be new collectors coming into the hobby. And yeah, just seeing where they can jump into it, So to offer two different companies making two of the probably the best lines out there, I would say, like or two and a half, I want to kind of count the Mega Man and the Street Fighter as the same line. It's just Capcom to me, Capcom Jada Toys. But yeah, two of the better lines out there for just the average collector to walk into a Target, go into the toy aisle for the first time or something, kind of see potential to see some Marvel Legends on there, potential to see some of the Jada Toy stuff in there if they're walking to Walmart and stuff. I think that's great, man. Like I honestly do think it's a good thing. But to go into the releases now, this is where I gotta say, why the fuck did anybody want this? As far as people that have been in this hobby, because to me, it's like I like the paint job on the Mega Man. It kind of has a little bit of a different kind of blue, kind of highlighting the figure itself, so it kind of stands out a little bit different. But that fucking KITH logo just right across his chest is just so hype beastie, bro. It's just unnecessary, uncalled for. And for this thing to be $45, I think that was the big wonder that a lot of people had, was like, obviously this is a hype beast brand, it's a fashion brand. These things are gonna get upticked. How much and why the fuck are they gonna sell out? I think everybody had an idea that they were gonna sell out, but to see that they sold out that fast, I think you're just factoring in obviously the action figure community and just the community that's down for this KITH brand. I think, like I said, they do multiple collabs throughout the year, and yeah, a lot of their stuff sells out. A lot of people obviously buy it to scalp and shit on the aftermarket. Like that's not just the action figure thing. That's heavily happening in fucking the sneaker game, the fashion game. anything, bro. Like people are literally buying to scalp literally fucking everything. It's crazy, you know. It's funny. I remember this week when I was looking at like the comments for this shit. People were like raging out, like this shit sold out in 5 minutes. And somebody commented something that just made me laugh. It was like, I miss when people bought shit just to buy shit or just to have shit. I mean, just buy shit just to have shit, not buy to resell, not buy to fucking, hoard up and, like I said, just scalp and stuff. It's like, dude, buy it if you want the fucking thing, you know? It's like, I'll say that. Sometimes I'll buy like multiples of a thing, but I buy it just because I want it. Maybe I don't want the shit to break and I want to have to fucking buy eBay or something or trade bait or whatever. But yeah, when you see people just hoarding up fucking like I saw it first with sneakers. I remember I used to buy like kicks and shit when I was like in high school, and yeah, dude, you would just see people just going to lines and stuff, bringing like their family, and it's like everybody gets one pair, See the motherfucker bringing their whole family, they just got fucking 5 pairs in one house. It's like piece of shit. Like that's just grimy, but it's the game, man. It's the fucking game everywhere. So I wasn't here for it. Like I said, I thought these were just too gimmicky for me. Like I don't need my reel to have a fucking gi that has the words KITH on it. His gloves to say KITH. It's just, to me, it's just unnecessary. And then especially if these companies already do repaints, like these guys are just getting repaints, and I'm pretty sure they even found it crazy that they were not able to use the player ones, because obviously this Ryu is not in his player one. And then we move into the Wolverine, and he's not in his player one. This is like a player two, player three costume, and it is accurate to the game. There is a costume like this. It's like that brown and tan fucking or brown and yellow with the blue belt. There is a costume like that, but it's just very different from what people think of when they think of Wolverine. It's not very different, but it is a little bit odd. So to not even get the player one costumes kind of sucks, but like I said, for the hype beast, man, they think it's cool. And this is the one that I thought, if it was available and easily available, I might have got this. I actually like how this looks. And yeah, I do remember playing with some of the player two costumes in these games. I didn't play with them all the time, but obviously sometimes people pick the same character. And I always did like Captain America's like green costume. It just had like, I don't know, I feel like it kind of worked, it just kind of worked also. Because it's not like a super vibrant, green. It's just kind of different, but I like the way it looks with the red. It just kind of works. It just still has that classic look to him. And obviously on that new Captain America body, got the fucking got the huge butterfly joints to fucking make this thing probably the best cap out there for Marvel Legends easily. Like that's actually a really great figure that I think you could have bought on sale at Target this past week. I think it was going for like $30 at 2-pack, because it had like 2 coupons you could have used, and I think it was on sale already. So I saw people getting that 2-pack for like $32. It's a great price. I wish I would have got it for that. But yeah, with them reissuing out that 20-year cap, this is kind of crazy to see that, but it's got me thinking they're probably not going to put out a new Captain America for a couple years. Because they're just redoing that one with the scales and stuff, the fish scales, and now you get just reuse on this body for this collab, and I think that's pretty good for right now. So yeah, this is probably the one I would have got if I would have had the opportunity to, but yeah, I didn't even bother to go on the site or anything, but I knew it would sell out. I knew these things were gonna sell out. It was just kind of crazy to see still though, but yeah, pretty cool to see that they even had like a little stop motion going on, and I think that is also really great for the hobby itself, because people see that and they might think it's AI, they might think it's like, oh, it's just stupid AI, but you see the BTS shot. I forgot the name of the guy that does it, but he does a lot of the work for companies like Hasbro and shit. I forget the name of him. He's a great stop motion guy. Fuck, I forgot his name. But people see that and it's just like, oh, that's cool. Like that's what I think is just the deep down inside, what I really like about figures is just like, that's what I remember when I was a little kid. Is just like your imagination that these motherfuckers move. Like, I don't know if you guys ever remember that movie Indian in the Cupboard, where you put the little Indian and the little toys in there, and then you close the cupboard and you open it and the motherfuckers move. I always thought that was just so cool. Obviously, who doesn't know Toy Story? The fucking toys move and shit. It's just like they come to life, when you kind of see them, and that's why people want like the best articulation, because it's just they move better. They look like you kind of pose them out better. Like fuck, I really try to get down with this Kamehameha fucking pose right here, homie. Kind of looks like he's doing the fucking final blast. I mean the Gatling gun. I mean from Vegeta. What's that shit called? The final blast. No, what was this shit called? I already forgot his fucking blast, but yeah, sometimes just when you pose out figures, it gives you that feeling that like these things can move, these things can look real, So to see stop motion, especially for people that are like not in the hobby, it's just cool. I think anybody could say that. That's why shows like Robot Chicken were also really great because it's just like stop motion, fucking little toys and shit move around, just like funny as fuck. But yeah, I think this is cool. Like I said, for the hobby itself, but just the collection itself is just not for me. I'm pretty okay never owning these. I never care for wearing a shirt with a dude's name on it since KITH is close to KITH. Yeah, they made like a comic book and like I guess like the owner of that shit, Ronnie Fieg, I think his name is, or Fag. He was like the main character in the comic. I just think that's lame as fuck. Does feel like it could burst, eh? It did. Sometimes it does. Sometimes I do think it does feel like that. B Rivera trash. I never bought doubles of characters I want. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I'm like, fuck, you know what? I should have bought one if my shit break. I can't remember the last one that I was like, oh, the Mayfex Gambit. I remember the first one that I took out of the box. I was like trying to pose the fuck out of that shit. And that shit fucking broke. I was like, fuck. I was like, well, I guess this is why I got the extra one. And I just kind of kept it because I was like, I still got the soft goods code, the accessories. Like you said, just in case it breaks or for different display. Yeah, for different display. I have bought, oh, he says I have bought doubles of characters of one. Yeah. Like if in case it breaks for a different display, I don't mind that, and especially if it's from a different company, then it's just like, yeah, it's cool. I get a little bit of taste of both worlds and shit, so kind of see which one I like better. Like you said, just in case it breaks. Oh, I read that already. Dig said, I knew I should have went for these to tax the fuck boys. Yeah, I think these are getting scouted, right? I saw people posting like eBay listings, but I think people are gonna sit on those, dude. I don't think people are gonna buy those. Like I said, these guys scalp like hoodies and all this stuff, but an action figure community scalps figures and stuff. But of stuff they really want, this is stuff that I think that they wanted, but if they have to pay more, which they already were at 45, but if they have to pay more than that, it's like I think the action figure community knows to say, fuck you, tripping. Captain Mexico looks okay. Yeah, I think that's why I like it. I'd rather use my money on Gamerverse Wave 2. Yeah, let's fucking go, baby. You're right about that. Love that movie. Yeah, man, that was a fucking great movie. Oh, Small Soldiers 2. Yes, of course. Of course. When we need a line of these figures, man, I wouldn't even mind if they were not even 1/12 figures. I wouldn't even mind if they were like the 1-to-1 scale. Like back in the day, they used to have that shit like at Toys R Us and stuff. Always wanting that shit. But I don't know why I never bought those, man. But fuck, that would have been something I would have loved to have kept. But yeah, they need to bring a line of that shit back. And yeah, I wouldn't mind 1/12 releases. They kind of just look like 1/12 releases. But like I said, I wouldn't mind a 1-to-1 scale. Those motherfuckers, this shit. Chip Hazard, that was badass. Hustle in the SM in the house. This sub on Marcel chat. Yo, Hustle was good. Nah, that KITH collab ain't it. Easy pass for me. This reseller's dream. Yeah, like I said, for me, I'm plenty happy never owning these, but I did find it interesting, the whole collab. I found it interesting. I found it good for the hobby, and I don't know. That's it. Those are my thoughts. It was the talk of the town too for some odd reason. I thought people were just gonna be, like I said, easy pass, not even bring it up. But I think that was the intrigue of this, that like I said, it's being brought to a more mainstream crowd, and it's just like you wanted to succeed. You did want it to succeed. I did. I wanted these to sell out. I don't really give a fuck about the aftermarket for them, but I did want these out in people's faces and stuff. I did want these to sell out. So I think it's good, and I saw the rest of their collection. I actually thought some of their stuff was pretty cool. Like they had like this really cool area rug that I was like, oh, that shit look dope. I saw Jay Hernandez bought like a mouse pad he posted on his Instagram and shit. That would look cool. The player select. There was just different artwork, different kind of media for it. So I thought it was dope, man. But yo, like I said, the fucking fun don't stop, baby. The gamerverse is taking a fucking stranglehold of all these companies, man, because we move into the Bandai stuff and coming in hot with that Spider-Man, dude. This was a banger, man. Second figure to be revealed from this wave or this line of figures for Figuarts. And I gotta say, man, as far as execution on the stylization of this guy, I think they're hitting it out of the park. It does look a little bit stocky, but I just think posed up. Like I'm never gonna pose it up like this where he's just standing up straight. This thing is always gonna be in that wicked ass iconic pose of his fight stance in that game is just he looks like a fucking Spider-Man. Like the way he walks is just such a crazy walk, crazy pose. And I have always wanted a figure to be able to hit that pose naturally, just and this is gonna be it. Not a huge fan of that fucking articulation in that crotch area, but I think I'll learn to live with it. The head sculpt on this thing looks great, and I love the colors on this. It looks awesome. It looks marvelous. And then we move to the Cyclops, man. And I gotta say, I do like the Sykes, but I didn't like the size on it, man. I know there was a little bit of clarification on it when it came out. It was kind of said it was like 6. I forgot how many centimeters it was. I'm not fucking Canadian or anything. But there was a little bit of clarification, a little mishap on there. So it was a little bit taller than people anticipated. But I recently saw, I think Isaac Wong or Mr. Lee. I forgot one of the guys. I think it was Mr. Lee. I think it was both, honestly. I think it was Mr. Lee because he usually takes pictures like comparison shots with other. He just poses them out, but he uses other toy lines. And yeah, this thing is just a bit too short, which I knew it would be. Like I never buy Figuarts stuff. I don't know. I bought like a couple of Star Wars figures, and I'm like, you know what? These are just not my liking, dude. I like Hasbro scale, man. I think everybody loves Hasbro's fucking 6-inch scale. It's just so universal. It's just better, So I'm not really sold on this. I don't think I'm gonna go in for it because, like I said, I think I'm gonna wait out for another Marvel Legends Cyclops. The one that they have out that was on that VHS body, and then the X-Men 97. That's the one I have now, like my main display. But I don't like that head sculpt. I fucking hate that X-Men 97 head sculpt. So I was like, fuck, I should have bought that VHS one, but I didn't like the cell shading on that. So I'm gonna wait for them to do another Marvel Legends Cyclops. Oh, maybe they do a maximum on him. Like I wouldn't mind if they did. Like I think Sykes is a fucking great character, and it would be cool to get a fucking maximum ultimate Cyclops for them. That would be awesome. So I think I'm gonna wait out for that. I don't know if it's gonna be anytime soon because it looks like they're going hard on X-Men 97. But we move into the Wolverine, and I gotta say, man, I don't know if this is very gamerverse. To me, this shit just look more like the animated series Wolverine or just the comic Wolverine, but I think it's good for that. I think it's great for that. Where right here, I don't think I'm gonna mind so much the articulation in that crotch area because he always kind of did have like a little bit of a little short look, So I think it might ride up pretty good. I don't think it'll be that unsightly for me. But I don't know, man. As far as Gamerverse, I feel like the Marvel Legends Wolverine is just that one in that 2-pack is just perfect Marvel Legends versus Capcom or Marvel versus Capcom edition of a Wolverine. Like I just felt like that one's great, but this figure for Wolverine looks great too. Like I said, I'm not really too concerned about that crotch area, but just look at the butterfly joints on this thing. It's gonna get all kinds of poses. I love the head sculpt and the freaking claws, man. Finally, some great looking Wolverine claws that are stock. You don't got third party these claws, man. That's awesome. And don't really get too many of the accessories getting shown off, obviously, since it's only been on display this past weekend. But the head sculpt looks great. I want to see what other kind of head sculpts it comes with, what other kind of accessories. I don't think they're gonna trick out too much with like kind of effects. I don't think they did too crazy with the Cyclops. Then they had like those cardboard cutouts that just look stupid as hell. But the head sculpts on the stuff look great, and the animation itself, I mean the design itself looks pretty good, but I don't know. I'm not sold on the Cyclops, but this one, since it's Wolverine, I'm not gonna mind if it's on the shorter side. I think it's just gonna be Perfect. Hustle saying they're on eBay marked up over 100 MSRP. Fucking tripping, man. Fuck all that. Gamerverse fire. Wolverine looks cool. Might pick him up because Hasbro's too tall for me. Yeah, see, that's what I've heard about the Hasbro. I love it for the sculpt of it, but yeah, he is tall as fuck, you know. But I crouched them all the way the fuck down, so it's like I kind of I don't think I'm ever gonna stand him up, you know. But yeah, he's a bit tall, but this to me just looks like a great Wolverine. Because I think once I get this, if I do get this, I'll slide this into like my main X-Men display. And then I'll slide that Wolverine into like a like a Gamerverse Marvel's Capcom display. But yeah, this and the Mofex, like I said, I feel like the Mofex, they need to stop reissuing and start updating. So they don't look as good as they used to, man. Especially like the paint color, that they have on that, like the blue on that Mofex it just stands out so much. I never liked it. I never liked it, man. And then the brown suit, I still haven't even picked up that reissue. Like I said, I'm kind of burnt out by reissues for Mofex stuff. Even though I do need that brown one, but yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. This might be a get for me, honestly, because this is the first time they do like a comic or Gamerverse edition of a Wolverine for Bandai, and I'm here for it. I think they've only ever done one other Wolverine, right? It's just a movie. So I'm for it. I want to see what's up. Raceland saying Raceland Zero. I don't know who is getting the Wolverine treatment ball joints from Marvel Legends Gamerverse Wave 2, but I'm going to guess Cyclops from Magneto. I don't know who's getting the Wolverine treatment ball joints from Marvel Legends Gamerverse Wave 2. Oh, I don't know. Will they do Magneto? I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do next in the Marvel Legends, but they need to get around to doing a Wave 2 of that. But it looks like Bandai is like chipping away at some Gamerverse stuff, and I'm fucking here for the ladies, dude. When they do that Rogue, like Gamerverse edition, yes, bro, that's gonna probably be the best Rogue figure because I'm not sold on that Mofex. I know it's been delayed now, but I remember when that went up for pre-order, I wasn't sold on the head sculpt. I know it's Jim Lee accurate, somewhat, obviously, but I'm not really sold on the head sculpts for the Mofex ladies, man. The Storm is cool. She works. Jubilee's fine. I'm gonna get her, but I passed up on the Jean Grey. I have the Psylocke, but now I kind of moved her out of my display for the Marvel Legends, but I am gonna get the Rogue. I'm gonna get the Jubilee, but I'm not gonna be fully content with that Rogue, man. So I think these guys are gonna probably cook the best Rogue. I don't know if it'll be fully accurate to like your comic display, but it'll be a good one. It'll definitely be a good one for sure. So gotta wait to see. Shane Shooter saying the VHS Sykes is the best. I don't mind the cell shading, but I hear you can easily remove it. Yeah, you can. And I would have got it just to head swap that on the 97. I think that's what people do. They just put the head sculpt on that. But one time I was gonna buy a fucking head sculpt on the VHS, or buy the VHS one from Mercari. But I was like, man, I want to pay $40. It was like 45. I was like, I don't want to pay that. And then I know the freaking his visor, it was like you had to kind of shave off a little bit out of the visor because it was like a weird cut on it. It was like uneven. So I was like, I don't want to pay $40 and have to do that because if I fuck that up, like I don't even want the head sculpt. But yeah, that VHS one was great. That just has the best look for Cyclops to me. The head sculpt on that is just perfect. I just wish it wasn't like QC. Didn't have that QC. I think I would have bought it for $45, but I don't like the 97 looks, man. I don't like it, dude. Like I still gotta buy that Bishop just for the body and take the head off and just put my Bishop head on there. But I was gonna do that one time and I didn't. And now that figure sold out, I think it goes for like $40 or 35, which I don't want to pay for just a body swap. But the yellow on my Bishop doesn't go with the rest of my X-Men. That's what I fucking hate. Fucking hate it when you're buying multiple companies and shit, man. It's like fucking different kind of shades and shit. It just doesn't look good sometimes, but I don't know. Ghost Test saying, fun fact on the official picture, if you look at his left elbow, the digital render came out deformed. So people are saying it was AI made. People are saying his left elbow. Yeah, kind of looks a little funny, huh? It was AI made. I don't know if it was AI made, but maybe it was just a fucking really sped up render. Maybe they had to have this shit ready for this event this weekend. I don't fucking know. But man, people are gonna accuse everything of AI pretty soon. They haven't already. If you zoom in on his left elbow, you'll see it. Kind of see it, but I don't know. I still think this looks like a good figure, bro. Bandai learned, and they are now not showing the back in case it has a thong like Cyclops. Yeah, you're right, huh? Because you can't see that. There's only 2 images, dude. Well, people were taking images of the booth, but I didn't get everything. If Bandai does Doctor Doom, they better use wired cloth. Yeah, they better really go out on the Doctor Doom because he's like his physique is a lot bigger than that shit. Yeah, some of the visors were messed up. Luckily, mine was good. At least buying Mercari, you can look at it out of the box before you buy it. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. But the one I was buying, the guy was like, "It's sealed." I'm like, "Can you open it?" No, I'm selling it new. Oh, fuck you then. I hate asking people, man. But yo, man, jumping back to the Bandai stuff. Speaking of animated series, I never saw this coming, bro. I thought, dude, they would never do this. Nobody would ever do this. I was always kind of bummed that Black Series would always kind of cower away from going like animated route for their stuff. At first I was bummed, but then eventually I was like, you know what? I like the route they take where they kind of stylize them to kind of give them that uniform, like live action look, even though it might be cartoon character, cartoon figure. Because I know when they did those Clone Wars Target exclusives, I was like, ah man, they don't look animated, bro. I was like, fuck man, why did I think they were gonna do that? And I was just so bummed to see that they didn't. So to see Bandai going this route, I think it's a perfect company to go this route because obviously they do a lot of these anime figures, you know. So to see them doing the Star Wars, Clone Wars, Kenobi, Anakin, and Ahsoka, I was like, yo, this set actually looks pretty dope, man. But once I started looking at them, I was just like, do I want to get these? Like, yeah, I did like the cartoon, but man, like I said, something about Star Wars, it's just not hitting it for me, man, that much anymore. It's like I actually like the direction that the Black Series is going right now. They're giving us like all these Jedi, like a little bit of an upgrade as far as some of the accessories are going, a little upgrade on some of the articulation. The face printing tech that they got on the Black Series is off the hook. Where obviously I don't really need it for this that much because it's more stylized. But Snips looks pretty great. You know, it's just I didn't like her too much in Clone Wars. She was a really annoying ass character, but she is a cool character just overall. I think in some of the later episodes, and then in Rebels, she really kind of becomes like more of a fan favorite, and that's kind of where I liked her more too from Rebels. But she's just kind of really annoying in this shit, really arrogant, dumb, dumbass kid, like running into shit all the time. And then Anakin, I was like, yeah, he looks pretty cool, man. But like I said, I'm like, after getting that SDCC set, I'm like, man, I don't think I ever need another Anakin, bro. Honestly, like I've always ever wanted him for that set. So to see a set that came with all the accessories, all that stuff, I was like, that's it. That's all I want for Anakin. I don't want anything else. So I kind of feel this is a little bit too little too late for me, man. Honestly, like when I first saw it, I was like, whoa, like I was like really excited. I was like, oh, this is sick. And then as I saw them, I was like, yeah, they look sick. But you know what it reminded me of? I remember when they did those Star Wars Visions figures, those twins. And when I first saw those, I was like, "Whoa, these are cool! Fuck yeah, I love the Visions. I love that first season of Visions. That particular episode was like, oh, it wasn't my favorite, but I got them. I was like, yeah, this is cool." And then I remember when I was like I had them, like the figures themselves were not that great, especially the boy. That was like one of the worst figures I've ever bought ever, dude. And it wasn't cheap either. And I was just so fucking mad about it that I remember I had them like just out for a while, and then I remember just reboxed them, and they're in somewhere. I don't know where the fuck I have them. Probably in my closet somewhere. I don't know. But yeah, I was just like, dude, that's not Star Wars. It's not Star Wars. Doesn't look like this little age anime cartoon. It just doesn't look like that. So they don't really blend into my Star Wars collection. And then when I really thought about it, I was like, you know what? That episode wasn't even my favorite, so I don't really want to put these out on display. I was like, why the fuck would I? Where Clone Wars I did like, but like I said, I already had representation. I have the Padawan Ahsoka. She's awesome figure. Like I said, it's more realistically stylized. It's not accurate to the cartoon, but I don't care. It's still a good figure. It goes with the rest of my Black Series or the rest of my Star Wars for that matter. And where these, I would just probably put them like in a fucking anime display somewhere. I don't know, but then what the fuck are they doing there? It's just I honestly talked myself out of even being excited for this without them even going up for pre-order yet. And just dissecting the figures themselves, they don't even look like they're gonna be that fun. Like this Anakin looks like it's gonna be hindered by a fucking lot. And this Ahsoka just looks fucking lame as fuck. It just looks like a mid-ass figure, like mid as fuck, you know. Where the Kenobi to me is like my favorite. I've always liked this look for Kenobi, like fucking General fucking Kenobi. But yeah, I'm good, you know. I'm good overall, you know. Cause shit, like I said, I kind of had a feeling that Mesco was gonna do these versions of Star Wars one day. They were gonna do at least the Gendy Tartakovsky, like that first Clone Wars, the ones where they look a little bit more stylized, even more so, not really 3D animation or whatever. Or like that rendered animation that Clone Wars had. It was kind of like more 2D animation, or was 2D animation. Because they did Samurai Jack, I was like, yo, they might get around to doing that. And like I said, I like the take that Mesco does. They give you the cartoon look as far as the head sculpt goes, but then the rest of the body is like live action. It's like soft goods, you know? So it's like it works, you know. They're doing it with the Batman the animated series. That Joker looks good. It's a cartoon head sculpt, live action, you know, clothes, obviously. Where right here it's like, yeah, this is obviously live action clothes, but because it's like I think it's plastic, it doesn't look like cloth. So it's just to me, it just looks like it's gonna be a bummer of a figure. And I don't think I'm here for that, you know. I don't think I'm here for that shit anymore. Just because it's that shit that I always wanted, at least I thought I did. Um, I don't know. The hype just died instantly for me with this, the excitement. I mean, I saw this image and I was like, whoa, fuck yeah. And then once I saw them, I was like, yeah, they look cool, but I think I moved on already. I'm good. I don't need to backtrack on this. But the one thing that I would get me to go in for this is if they do the animated series Clone Wars Yoda, where I always wanted this fucking sideshow figure, but I was like, man, I don't really collect the scale. But this design for Yoda from that fucking cartoon was always so badass. I used to have that toy box, that Disney toy box one. It was like a little cheap ass, like little $20 toy. That shit goes for a lot on eBay. I remember selling that shit loose because it came with like a little Force Ghost of him. I remember selling that shit loose, like it was loose but complete, for like $50 or something a long time ago. Like I think this was like 2021, 2020. I think it's 2021, I think. Yeah, I remember selling that shit. And I remember thinking, fuck, why did I sell it, man? And I remember after I got the money, I was like, why the fuck did I sell it? And I never tried to backtrack it again, but I remember it was going for a lot. And I was like, oh, whatever, fuck it. Another company will eventually do a better one because this shit was a cheap little $10 Disney toy from a Disney store, but it looked cool. I actually missed that toy box line. That line was fucking dope as fuck. They used to stylize their little figures. Like that line was cool, but they were just like more cartoony. So this fucking version of Yoda fit into that line perfect. But yeah, if these guys do this, then okay, we got something. But if they're not gonna do that, they ain't gonna fucking get this shit, you know. Because like I said, Snips looks mid as fuck. It just doesn't look like a fun figure. It looks like single jointed knees, single jointed elbows, and this shit looks like it's not gonna move nothing. Looks like shit, honestly. Because yeah, that the design, the stylization and the design of the characters, it's not easy. It's not easy to translate for a figure. So I think they failed, honestly. Where these guys, like I said, these guys are giving you the soft goods. Like obviously this is 1/6, so you know it's obviously going to be more premium. But I feel like this is what Mesco would have done in a 112 release. They would have gave us the Clone Wars Anakin, Clone Wars so good, Clone Wars Kenobi, but with soft goods. It would have set it off. You know, the bodies underneath would have been great because you know you're going to cover it up with clothing. But once you go the plastic route, it's like the figure itself is going to be shit. Like, that's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say about that. That's all I gotta say about that. What else is up in here? I'm into the Kenobi. I'm into that Kenobi. What's up, Omar? Hey, what's up, Hardfest? Yeah, the Kenobi looks to me the best. Something about the Anakin head sculpt is just missing. Also, it's like, man, if the head sculpt isn't perfect, then this figure's shit. This is complete shit. The Acolyte did too much damage. 100%. You're right, bro. Yeah, you're right about that, dude. That is 100%. I sold the Black Series Greedo a while back for the first time. I bought one again. Yeah. The only Greedo I have now is that one that came out. He's kind of more like the toy colors. He's like a lot like super lime green. He's like neon green, but I just like it for that reason. He just looks more toyetic. Hot Toys did a better job transitioning the Clone Wars toys to toy form. Yeah, yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. This is that sideshow shit, though, right? The sideshow. Yeah, they did a way better job. Yeah, exactly. Like they did a way better job at translating that shit because these motherfuckers they cheaped out. And they're even cheaping out here, honestly, dude. This shit's not even look good anymore, dude. Like I said, I feel like Black Series is surpassing these guys with like minimal effort, and that's saying a lot, man. You know, it's like they're surpassing these guys at a fraction of the cost, minimal effort, but I feel like they're kicking it in overdrive, man, as far as what they need to do, man, you know, because this does not look like Anakin that well. It's just has a kind of that bitch look to him, but it has too much of a bitch look to him that it's just this is a bitch. This ain't Anakin. Because right here, Jackie Chan looks just like Jackie Chan, man. We got Project A, Jackie Chan, and I gotta say, this shit is getting me excited for the potential for more Jackie Chan figures because I haven't found the one I want to get yet. You know, Rumble in the Bronx would be a good one. Rush Hour obviously would be a good one. Or if these motherfuckers did animated series Jackie Chan, then we're fucking talking, bro. But yeah, this is cool to see that they're gonna continue to go deep with Jackie Chan. It's like it's just you never thought you needed him, but when you see him, you need him. Cause yeah, Jackie Chan is the coolest fuck, man. Like, shout out to him. I don't know. I haven't really heard too much of Jackie Chan recently, but I hope he's doing well, man. Jackie Chan's just he's a national treasure, man. Drunken Master, yeah, that one too. Yeah, you're right, dude. Police Story. Yeah, he can do a lot of shit, bro, with this motherfucker. So hopefully his likeness is up for grabs as far as like more of his movies go. That'd be cool. Um Going deep with Jackie Chan. Hey yo. Yeah, I know. It's just it'd be cool, dude. It'd be cool to see if they did do a Rush Hour and they get Chris Tucker to fucking approve his likeness, which I fucking doubt he would, but maybe if the fucking check has enough zeros, that greedy motherfucker would. And then we got Mass Rider Black RX, and dude, this motherfucker looks cool as fuck, dude. And did this motherfucker come out in an MMPR crossover or something? Cause man, dude, I remember when I saw this, it was like a fucking memory unlock, and I had to look it up, and I was like, why does this fucker look familiar? And as soon as I looked it up, it was like I saw him next to the White Ranger, and I'm like, wait, was there a crossover in the episode, or did I just remember seeing this after the fact? Because this shit would be cool to get, man. But I think the whole collection of these Masked Riders would just be cool to get. Like, been seeing like them just show off all the time, just this Shinkoho Seiho line. And they all look cool as fuck, man. Like, just even if you don't know much about them, they just have a crazy look to them, man. Just as in figure form to get that whole set would just be sick, man. I always love Japanese Twitter for that. They always be displaying the fuck out of these things. They look awesome, man. Animated series Jackie Chan is a must, though. Yeah, I would take animated series Jackie, fucking Jade, and his crazy fucking uncle. One more thing. Eight K in the building. As soon as I get here, I'm hit with Jackie Chan crotch shot. What's up, everyone? Yeah, man. There you go. It's that Jackie Chan pow. Man, Common Rider Black RX. Oh, okay. Is it Common Rider? Isn't it the same shit? No, it's different. Is it different? It's the same shit, bro. When Saban brought up Mass Rider, the show, they used footage from Common Rider Black RX, which was a sequel from Common Rider Black. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, because they switched it up, huh, Saban? But he was in an episode with MMPR though, right? Or am I tripping on that? As I remember, for some reason I thought this was like a memory unlock, but I could be thinking of Beetleborgs. Just thinking like I remember watching this on Fox Kids, but I remember Beetleborgs on Fox Kids for sure. But I feel like this was something that I saw. They did a 2 episode Mass Rider MMPR crossover. Oh, okay, so yeah, because yeah, when I saw this motherfucker, I was like, dude, and maybe just because he has that common Rider look to him, obviously, but it was like a memory unlock. And as soon as I looked them up, I was like, is that what the fuck I'm remembering? That's crazy. But pretty cool as fuck. Like honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably not gonna get it myself, but I think it's cool as shit, man. Because man, they like I said at this event, dude, they went deep, bro. They were not only showing off like Mass Riders and fucking Jackie Chan figures. I thought when they showed off this Star Wars stuff, I thought this was gonna be some of like their like obviously like their like bigger stuff that they reveal, because they I don't know, it just kind of came out of left field. This is something that I had never really thought that they would ever fucking get around to doing, you know. So I don't know, I thought it was fucking cool, but I'm still not 100% sold on it. Now what about you guys though? You guys going in for this? Because on the Star Wars stuff I think I'm good. And then fuck man, I thought I had the One Piece images lined up right here. Fucking checking my slides real quick. Yeah, man, I thought I had the One Piece shit right after, but fuck, what the fuck, dude? Yeah, I always lose track of what the fuck I'm doing sometimes, bro. Oh shit, hold on. Let me look at my slides. I thought this was in order. Oh, never mind. Fuck. I thought I thought I had this shit lined up differently, man. But yo, from there we move into the Jujutsu Kaisen Yuji. So we get another Yuji figure, and fuck, I never jump back to the Jujutsu Kaisen stuff, man. But I always do think the figures look great for what they are, and fuck it, if it shuts up the fucking fans on IG, I'm always happy to see them. I will say that. Where this one actually looks better than this first look. I do like the all black look, man, just the black hoodie. Where I don't know, you can't really. I guess you could fudge it into just like a civilian street human shot, you know. I know people have done that in the past with like just toy photography and stuff, but kind of too boring. Also, I like it more than his other look where it had like that red and shit. I don't like that look too much. It's too much of a school uniform. This looks badass, but this guy is the reason I never really got into Jujutsu Kaisen. I couldn't get into it. His character for me, I just kind of found too annoying, you know, and that's usually how it goes with like shonen characters. Like Naruto, you find annoying as fuck. Luffy, you find annoying as fuck for sure. But then you grow to love him, and this motherfucker, I just couldn't get behind him, bro. Him and that fucker Deku from My Hero Academia. I was like, something about him, man. But I don't know. I'm never gonna say I'm gonna give up on Jujutsu Kaisen, because I do remember liking some of it, but I didn't get around to finish it, man. And then we got Yuta from, I don't know if this is from that fucking prequel movie, because he looks a little bit different. But like I said, since I didn't watch any of the later arcs, I don't know. I don't know if it's a different kind of arc, but this season 3 UG after he got his ass beat. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, okay. So this is not nowhere near this shit right here for sure. Because yeah, I was kind of confused by this when I saw this picture right here. I was like, isn't this motherfucker from the prequel? So I have no idea. But I only saw season 1, and that was a while ago. And I remember thinking, all right, I'm gonna get to season 2, and I was just like, let me take a break. And I just took a break, and I never fucking went back. Shit. Tyler saying it has to be him. I remember him too. Yeah, that's what the motherfuckers are saying. So that's cool. That's cool. Then I don't know. That might be a cool get. Then kind of slide that into your Power Rangers display. Like, I'll just be cool. All that Sentai shit is dope as fuck, honestly. That season 3 UG. Oh, okay. Yuta that showed in the prequel movie shows again in season 3. Oh, okay. Because yeah, he looks a little bit older. He looks a little bit older right here. And according to the people online, this figure is actually better than the first release. Where yeah, since he might be like a retool body, huh? Because I mean, the design looks similar. Like he's still got that fucking white sweater or whatever, the black pants, but I remember when I first saw that first figure, I thought it looked interesting because his design just looks so simple but cool. He just he's just carrying a fucking katana and shit. Like that just looks dope. But I never saw the prequel movie, so I never saw that Jujutsu Kaisen Zero shit. So I was like, I just stayed away from the figure. But I remember hearing people weren't too happy with it, even though it's sold. I think it's sold out. So I don't know if people will be more content with this one. But movie figure from the Naruto line, and fuck, I forgot to get the side by side shots, but this one actually looks better, bro. And man, dude, I'm actually happy because I never bought any of the Sasuke's. I remember thinking they didn't look right, dude. Something about the kid Sasuke figure I wasn't really content with, like his hair and shit. Like I was like, I wish they wouldn't have cut it. Like I wish it was weird. Like it had like that line. Obviously, we plug out the hair, and for me, it just kind of messed up like the silhouette of his head. So I didn't get that one. And then I didn't get this one. I didn't get this one. I remember just thinking like, I'll get it later, and I just never did. I was like, fuck it. I really wanted the kid Sasuke figure, and when that one came out, I wasn't content with it. I was just like, I don't know, fuck it, whatever. But now seeing this, I'm like, you know what? Now this shit looks better to me. I don't know why. Something about that face plate just looks better. Like, man, I hope they get around to chopping up another kid Sasuke figure because for me, it looked okay, but it just didn't sell me on the head sculpt, you know. So I hope they get around to making another one. But this looks pretty good right here, man. Because then they got all new Naruto figure coming out also, and it looks like that 6-pass Sage mode is gonna come out next. Because yeah, this is kind of like how his costume fucking looked or whatever around that time. So yeah, I think they're gonna get around to doing that soon. But yeah, pretty cool to see that. I don't know, the line isn't completely fucking fucked off. But man, they need to get around to doing some more of the new different characters, man. Because it's like they're like updating stuff, and I get it. A lot of their early releases did need updates, and fuck, the last one I got was that Jiraiya that I still haven't even opened. I gotta get around to opening that. But fuck, dude, this shit right here is just kind of a bummer because it's like, I don't know. Like, I am happy to get this Sasuke now, but it's like it almost looks the same. It almost looks exactly the goddamn same. Then the Naruto figure, it's like I've army built the other one, so I don't really want to get this one. So I'm like, it's just like I hate it when companies do this because you got to get this to get newer shit, and I don't know. I don't know if I want to do all that. So I think I might be good on these, except for the Naruto at least. But the Sasuke looking cool as fuck now, for real now. So I do got to get him because I do need him. But man, I want them to do more of the Akatsuki, man. I was like, fuck, I got fucking Pain, I got Tachi, but I wouldn't mind if they do like another Itachi, like in this black Ambu Black Ops fucking costume and shit. That would be cool. When he's like young as fuck. That would be dope. I would get that. But other than that, I can't really think of off the top of my head what's someone I really Rock Lee. I want a fucking Rock Lee or a guy. Like they gotta get around to making us that stuff, man. Because when the fuck did Kakashi come out? Like 2022? That was a while ago. So it's like, dude, I thought they would have been way more further along than they are, and it doesn't look like it, you know. So I don't know. Every time they do show off something new, I'm like, all right, cool. It's not a deadline, but it might as well be that, you know. Because from there, move to the One Piece reveals. Oh, I did have them. I was tripping. I was like, fuck, man, what the fuck are they at? And yeah, more of the Marine Ford reveals. So we got Luffy as a Marine Ford look, and we got his brother Ace, and I gotta say, Ace looks bad as fuck, bro. He looks sick, man. He's got that fucking fire hockey and shit. That looks dope as fuck. So I like how they did that, like with his effects kind of blended into his body and stuff. Like that's just pretty dope. I don't think I needed to get this, but man, just those extra parts. So you can kind of use that for the other Ace figure, and yeah, you kind of really get him displaying with like his power and shit. So that's dope. And then the Luffy, I'm good on this one. He is gonna come with like different effects that I think I got the images for. Fuck, man. I think I actually skipped a set of slides. Hold on. And then some of the fucking the warlords and shit. So we got fucking Bull Hancock, fucking finally. Waifu Hall of Fame. So yeah, this is the Gooners figure right here, man. This looks pretty fucking awesome. And Dracula Mihawk, he was the first one that was revealed. So we got him, we got Boa, and then we got fucking Crocodile. And this shit looks pretty dope too, man. I was wondering how they were gonna get around to doing like these effects for some of these characters, and I think this is awesome. I think these are pretty great reveals. Where yeah, you got to get your reviews out of there for the main character, and that's kind of what I'm saying. It's like yeah, I understand getting reviews for Naruto, but I feel like they've dipped into that well way too much. And then you're already getting another figure for Ace. But right here, that silhouette, that shadowed out image, man, white beard coming soon. Like, dude, this got me more hyped than anything, honestly. Because I'm for that figure. I can't wait for that one, man. And then yeah, the Warlords of the Sea, man. So the boa is gonna sell well. You already know. Think of a couple reasons why. And then yeah, Crocodile is gonna do really well. And yeah, it's kind of cool to see that they're already 3 deep. Because yeah, if you get the fucking the 7 Warlords of the Sea, that would be a pretty cool display to have. I think they might do fucking Doflamingo next for sure, because he's just a pretty badass villain, honestly. He's probably the most badass out of the Warlords, to be quite honest. He was like my favorite. But yeah, it would be cool to just get this display cooking, man. So hopefully they get around to doing that fast. And then fuck, I thought I had the Chopper, the 2020 Chopper slides, but I think something fucked up on my shit, man. And then they had the Zoro, yeah, something fucked up on display too. And fuck, dude, I thought I had the other slides. My bad, guys. Because it looks like I missed like a set of slides. I had like the 2020 Chopper before those, but yeah, it looked pretty cool. It looked pretty dope, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna at least get a couple of these for sure. But I don't think I'm gonna get the new Luffy, and I gotta think about getting this Ace. But probably pass on it, honestly, to be quite honest, to save a little money. Gotta save a little money, guys. And then yo, got an all new Deku figure also. And it's funny, man. I saw a lot of people saying this motherfucker got a symbiote. This is cool too, man. Like I said, you get that reuse, you get a little like power set updates and stuff. So I don't know. I think some of the times it bores people, bums people out, because it's like I got this character already, but they are the main characters, and you do get like different power sets for them. So it's like I kind of always like to think it's just building the ultimate, character. So overlay Deku. I don't know what the fuck that is. I haven't watched any of these episodes, but he looks pretty cool. He looks interesting as shit. I know that just that standard Deku was pretty good selling figure. I think they're doing like a reissue on that, but I'd probably be more interested in that than something that's like more specific and power set, and that goes for everything. That goes for like all those Naruto, like Kurama Link edition, the Sage Mode edition that they're gonna come out with, that they came out with. So if I just had to get one, I would always just want to get their standard look. So this is definitely for those like those real fans, those real fans that are buying all this shit. So we'll see what's up with this. Ghost Tap saying, I prefer for them to do the second Hokage and then an open jacket Naruto. Oh yeah, the Hokages would be dope to get. Ace better have that chest accessory. Yeah, you're right, dude. I forgot to say that. Yeah, you better have that fucking that chest accessory. I think they will, right? Like that would just be a crazy accessory to have. Just fucking that huge hole, that gaping hole in his chest. Hey, yo, man, that'd be awesome. But yeah, they do got to get around to doing that. And then they got my boy Kaiba. And shit, this is gonna be awesome. I gotta get this one. But man, like I said, man, I bought this goddamn Yu-Gi-Oh figure, and I'm pretty bummed about it, honestly, dude. When I got it out of the box, I was just like, why is this shit loose? I was like, God damn it, man. And I'm like, yeah, you can kind of fix this, but it's like I don't want to have to do that with my figures. I don't want to treat my shit as soon as I get it, man. And then the jacket on it, it pops off all the fucking time. I'm like, God damn it, dude. I was like, this is not fun, bro. It's just not fun. I do like that, like in this shit, I forgot what the name of this shit's called, but you can slide the deck out. I didn't paint my nail across my finger. It looks like I painted my nails. People are like, yeah, you paint your nails. But yeah, I like that you can slide the deck out. That shit's dope, bro. Like you can slide that shit out. It comes out too, so it's like you can kind of pop it out. But I like that. I was like, oh, I don't want to lose that accessory. and this shit kind of closes and opens and shit. I was kind of wondering how this shit's gonna slide into his arm and stuff, but they kind of figured out a cool way. Have like something on around his like wrist and stuff. But I was just like, it just doesn't even peg in good. Like, look at this shit, bro. It just comes off so easy, like no kind of resistance. Like, it's fucking garbage. I was like, fucking hell, dude. I'm like, God damn it, dude. Like, seriously? Like, dude, come on, man. Like, dog, I was like, I kind of want to fucking just rebox that and like fucking try to get my money back, dude. Honestly, like, fuck that. Like, that shit is just ass, you know? But I don't know. If it was big BTS, I probably would. So I wouldn't want to get my boy Kaiba, but man, not like this. Not like this, bro. Not like this. This shit is ass. Like, seriously, Bandai, you're fucking tripping, dude. Cause this motherfucker costed $35. This chainsaw man, I think, costed like $50. These feel way better, bro. That was like $100, and it feels like shit. It's put together like complete shit. So yeah, I don't know what the fuck they're doing with this, and this is getting no love, man, compared to the other stuff. Like, if that's what they're gonna do with the Yu-Gi-Oh figure, I don't even want to think what they're gonna do with Joey Wheeler, you know. And I would want to get my boy Joey, but not like this, guys. So that's a huge bummer. I think it was Dual Disc. Yeah, that's what it was called, right? Yeah, I got that shit was called already, man. I watched that shit in years, man. And then a little teaser for Inosuke, so that Demon Slayer line. So can't wait for this one, man. This is gonna be a banger. And normally I'd be like, why are you showing this shit then? Just show it when you're ready to show it. But I felt like they wanted to put this out there, like, yo, this dude's coming. I feel like they're really working hard on this one, man. So hopefully they take their time with this, because like I said, man, when Bandai QC issues bad, it feels way worse to me than anything Hasbro, anything McFarlane, because I'm paying more, man. It's like I don't want to fucking have to deal with this crap. Like, you know, so fix that shit. And then, like I said, they were really flexing like their, you know, licensing of all these jump characters, man. It's like they got them all, dude. They got them fucking all. They got everything from Hunter x Hunter to One Piece to Yu-Gi-Oh to Dan Dan, all that new stuff. The freaking My Hero Academia, Naruto, Dragon Ball Z. That's what we got to jump into, man. Shout out to Rock Chala on Insta. He took some pretty cool images that I borrowed for the show, and that iconic opening intro scene. It's like, fuck yeah. I always wanted this display. And I remember I had the TN, and then I remember selling the TN because I was like, I'm fucking never gonna get around to doing the rest of this shit. You know, it wasn't that many. I needed Yamcha, and I think I had the trunks already. I don't want to say, but do know that in this look he has a jacket off, and I'm like, when the fuck are they ever gonna do that, man? To see that they got around to doing it, it's like, man, it's so simple, but it's so fucking cool. Like, I gotta get these. I gotta get this new Trunks. I gotta get this Vegeta. I gotta get this Goku, this Gohan. Hopefully they re-release that TN, because I don't have it anymore, and I never picked up the Yamcha. So hopefully we get an opportunity to get that, because I know they are re-releasing that Piccolo that I still have. I have that fucking old ass shit. And I think they're redoing the Krillin like on a different body. So I don't know if that new body's better compared to the old one, but I do want this display. Like, this display would just be, honestly, I'd probably repack all of my other Dragon Ball Z figures. I would only want to display it like this. Like, this would just be enough for me. The fucking Z fighters and shit from that opening intro was just the dopest shit. I always loved it. And I remember too, when I was really young, I remember always looking at that intro and being like, who is this guy? Like, where's this guy at? When is he coming out? He looks fucking sick. He's got that fucking sword. Like, he looks cool as fuck. And I was always like, who's that? Who's that? And I remember my cousins, they were like from Mexico, and they're like, oh, that's Trunks. That's Vegeta's son. And I was like, what the fuck? Then I was like, wait, why is he older than Gohan? What the fuck? This shit don't make no sense. It's just like, I never saw those episodes yet, man, because they would restart. So you didn't know this is motherfuckers from the future. It's like, oh shit. Like, man, that story got pretty, normally I would say convoluted, but it just made so much fucking sense, bro. Future Trunks, man. So that was sick, bro. And yeah, finally get a figure of that. I did pick up that Tonson one, and I like it, but it's not official, bro. And I did hear the ACBA guys talking about this, and yeah, man, he is a way too cut up in that shit. Where I don't mind it. I kind of have it for like my just an offshoot Trunks figure. I kind of have in my Dragon Ball Z shit, but this just looks way more official. It's got the fucking cool eye expressions and stuff, looking off to the right, looking at his fucking bitch ass dad and shit. But yeah, these figures are looking great, man. And they get this Gohan now too, so pretty dope. And obviously Goku is getting a lot of the love, man. All new body on a lot of his figures. I think we all knew this was coming eventually. Was that fucking goddamn update on all his past releases. So ain't that a bitch, man? Ain't that a bitch collecting the whole line of figures, and then finally when you're close to finishing, they restart them and update them. It's like, yeah, this is the ultimate kick in the fucking nuts. But we always know it's gonna happen eventually, you know. But it just kind of sucks that a company like this is just pretty slow to kind of update stuff. But I think they do it on purpose, obviously, because it's like, no, let's not put out a new tool body with a different look. Let's give them all these looks on this body and then redo it. I can't wait till they do Super Saiyan 3 again. I'm like, man, I sold my shit at the right time. And then I was like, man, I do need a Super Saiyan 3. They had constant reissues come out, and I was always like, nah, I'll wait. Man, when they redo that, I can't fucking wait, bro. Because for these Super Saiyan God and then Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, fucking this is where this shit lost me, honestly, bro. Because this shit, it's even hard for a Dragon Ball fan to explain like this retardation. I remember I liked Super when it first came out, and then I was just like, no. I convinced myself that I was retarded. I was like, this is stupid as fuck. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like it. But you know, it made for these motherfuckers to make different figures of it. So I do appreciate like just the different tooling on these bodies. Cause yeah, the Super Saiyan God, the one with the red hair, he's like more slimmed down. So it's not the same body where it could easily be, you know, people will be like, it's just whatever, it's not accurate, but it still works. But the body is slimmer, and then the shade on the orange is a lot lighter, it's a lot brighter. And obviously the Super Saiyan Blue is just more yoked up a bit. It's more powered up, but I do like this display, man. This fucking display is awesome, bro. Get him fighting all of his different, you know, villains and stuff and the different arcs. Like that just looks crazy. Like, oh man, to display it like that would be so fucking awesome. But like, yeah, you gotta have some cool display space and shit, you know. I wouldn't even know how the fuck to hang them on there like that. They just look so cool, man. And it's like, damn. But it's not everything from Dragon Ball, man. We're still missing quite a few fucking main characters, bro. So this isn't it, man. This isn't it. But I'm not mad at them for getting more money out of this damn character, bro. Because Goku's Goku, man. Goku's gonna fucking be a cash cow all the fucking time. Because from there, they're even doing the manga edition, and this shit to me looks fucking awesome, bro. Like when I first saw this, I was like, God damn, dude, this shit just looks so fucking cool. Where it's like, I don't need it, but look at all that extra deco that they throw into this shit. It's like it's got all the scuff marks, the fucking blood, all that shit just looks fucking. It just gives this figure so much life, you know. So the Super Saiyan Son Goku legendary Super Saiyan Genki Matsuri edition will begin an early release upcoming Dragon Ball event next January. It's on display now at Tamashii Nations 2025. So yeah, this shit looks tough as fuck, man. Honestly, when I saw this, I was like, damn, if I can get this, hell yeah, I'm gonna try to get it. Like, hell yeah, I'm gonna try to get it. And like I said, it just has that different kind of hair color, obviously, like I said, more accurate or is accurate to the manga. I like that. I like it when companies kind of do these little special editions, kind of more niche looks. It just, I don't know, it adds something for your display, you know. It's just, it makes it look like there's like a piece of artwork on your shelf and shit. Just, you know, because you're not gonna get this with the common release. You're not gonna get all this extra added deco. So for that, I think it's cool. I just hope it's not going to cost an arm and a fucking leg, but knowing Bandai, probably are going to charge us up the fucking ass. Fighting code names in the house. Fighting code names 481. Bro, fix that fucking name, man. Mexican Dragon Ball Z. I missed everything. Yeah, exactly. Dude. Mexican Dragon Ball Z, man. That was got me through a lot of sick days when I was a little kid. I remember just obviously I was staying home. I was stay home, man. Got my little food ready for later. Got to heat it up because there's nobody home. Dude, Mexican parents used to leave their kids, or they still do. They leave their kids at home, bro. We got no babysitters. It's like got no babysitter to call up. It's just like, don't burn down the house. Don't open the door for anybody. Simple, right? Okay, cool. My mom would just leave us like food and stuff. Like, all right, this is your food. Just warm it up in the microwave. All right, cool. Like 5 years old and shit. But yeah, man, it was Mexican Dragon Ball Z, Price is Right, Jerry Springer, Maury, only the classics. So we definitely had that. It had a little PBS action. Yeah, the Reading Rainbow, caught a little bit of that. Magic School Bus, little Mr. Rogers sprinkled in, little Barney sprinkled in every now and then, Sesame Street sprinkled in. That was awesome, bro. It's fucking awesome, man. It was fucking awesome staying home from fucking school, bro. Like, man, that was the greatest. So anytime kids bitch about that COVID year, it's like, I don't want to hear it, all right? You sit your ass down and you watch some Prices Right and you shut the fuck up. Oh, man. But yeah, moving back to the figures, I gotta say, man, I didn't get everything from the Tamashi Nations event because, man, it was just so much shit. So many common writers. Shout out to Ghost Tab. He talks about it all, bro. He talks about it all. Like he knows about all this shit. So I didn't get all the common writer stuff, but there's a lot on their Instagram. Definitely go through it. It's got a good amount of stuff, but some of the stuff that's not really up my sleeve to get, but I did want to bring it up. This is Metal Build fucking Kiryu. This shit looks fucking sick, bro. I don't know what version of fucking Mechagodzilla this is, but this shit just looks insanely fucking cool, man. Where, man, I always wanted that Chogoku they released, I think about a year and a half ago. I was just like not gonna spend $400 on it. So I don't know how much these metal builds are, but I don't think they're cheap either, man. But damn, if this thing is under, I want to say $200, which I highly doubt it would be. This thing looks fucking awesome, bro. Like, this thing looks seriously cool as hell. But I don't know, man. I just don't know. I don't know how much it is, and I don't even want to say that if it is under $200, I'll get it. But man, whenever I see stuff like this, I'm always like, man, I gotta start buying some of this stuff for my collection. I want to get some of this stuff, and that's why I'm kind of a little bit annoyed with Hyatt Toys, because it's like, man, put your shit out. I want to collect your stuff. It's cheaper, more affordable, It's like, that's the stuff I want to dip into, because I do want to get like Godzillas. I want to get different robots and shit, man. I'm like, sometimes just burnt out by just the fucking superhero or the fucking anime character. I want to get other shit, but I don't want to break the bank either. So hopefully we see more of this shit for more affordable prices. They are doing most of Kamen Rider Geats figure arts, that is. Yeah, I saw Geats, I saw Zets, I saw all that shit, bro. I want that. Damn. Yeah, I know. Metal Build starts at 200 USD. The Mega Godzilla is probably 300, 400. They are 10 inches tall, which would mess your scale. I'm not really too concerned about the scale. Like, I could just kind of put this anywhere. I don't really give a fuck, honestly. But like, yeah, just the price on that, man. Where, like I said, I'm interested to see still highest stuff. Wait for their stuff, because it's like in that $50, $60 price point. And then you got the Kaiju Do line coming from 3.0. I think that fucking 84 Godzilla is coming out soon, and that's only 180. So it's like, yeah, it's still in that 200-ish price point, but those are like 10, 12 inches tall. The high, I believe, are like 7.5 inches tall. How tall are these? Would these be in that 10-inch tall range? Because yeah, I think these would match up with like that 3.0 line that's yet to release. But detail wise, fuck, I think this thing is packing a punch, man. This shit looks crazy cool. And then also Omegamon, I think his name was. Forget the name of this shit, man. I used to Digimon a bit, but I forgot a lot of this series. This series to me is the one that got convoluted. I remember the cartoon, they got out and then they had to go back in, and then I remember when they aged them up, it was like a new cast of kids, and I was like, I don't like this shit anymore, man. But something about Digimon I always liked was the designs to some of the characters, man. Like fucking War Greymon and all that shit was cool as fuck. But I gotta brush up on my Digimon history because I do remember watching it for a while when it came out. It was like that hype right after Pokemon, but it didn't capture it. It didn't capture it like Pokemon. And I think I got more interested into Yu-Gi-Oh right after. I'm hoping Haya does a Mecha Godzilla. Well, they showed one off. They already showed a Mecha Godzilla off, but it's just like fucking Q3 2027 or some shit. And then the Chogokin Astrobot. This thing looks fucking fun as fuck, bro. Like, damn, man. I didn't play this game, but I heard a lot about it. I heard a lot of people really dug it, man. But the one thing I like is just the design to the little robot. He just looks cool as fuck, bro. I remember I thought I was gonna get the Nendoroid. I was thinking about getting the Nendoroid, I mean. And I was like, nah. And then it sold out. And then they had a reissue come out, like a pre-order. And I think the pre-order for the reissue sold out also. But I was like, nah, I'm not familiar with the game. What the fuck am I gonna do? Get this shit? But man, this Chogokin fucking looks cool as hell, bro. It's got that fucking glider and shit. The controller is a glider. That just looks awesome. But yeah, this is definitely gonna be pricey too. Like I know the Chogokin stuff is not cheap, but even if this was more affordable, I don't know if I would cop this motherfucker. But he looks cool as fuck. Omnimon. Is it Omnimon? I thought it was something different, but yeah, I gotta brush up on my history on that Digimon shit because I forgot a lot of them. I remember I really liked them when they first transformed. Like their looks when they first transformed, I was like that wolf. What was the name of the wolf and what was the name of the T-Rex, the orange T-Rex? Those motherfuckers just look so cool. I want figures of those. I want just toys of those, like their first evolutions. Like those were Digivolutions, or what the fuck they call themselves. There was a Common Rider Digimon. Justamon. Y'all fucking with me? Common Rider Digimon. Who was that Mecha Godzilla again? That was metal build. That was a Bandai. So Bandai's doing this metal build, Mecha Godzilla, and then this metal build. I thought it was. Is it on Omnimon? Man, fuck you guys. I thought it was something else, but yeah, they're doing all this so far, and then this is the Chogokin stuff. What the fuck is the difference between metal build and Chogokin? Like that's the shit that confuses me. I'm like, when Bandai and these motherfuckers show off all these different brands, it's like, what the fuck? Why do you guys brand it so different all the time? I always used to think metal builds were fucking model kits. And then I started seeing people like popping out those like Gundams and shit. And I was like, wait, these are not model kits? Like, that's the stupidest name to call something metal build and it's not a model kit. It's like, don't put build in that shit. You got dumb motherfuckers like me thinking I gotta build this shit. It's like, I just want to buy a robot, damn it. I don't want to build that fucking thing. Like, oh man. So yeah, only recently I figured that out. And I was like, oh fuck. But keep it speaking of Godzilla, jumping into this Hyatt Toys Godzilla Burning Godzilla edition, Godzilla versus Destroyer 1995 flick. And I gotta say, man, these things are looking good. They're looking hot. They're looking burning, burning Godzilla. That's how hot they're looking. But man, dude, gotta wait, man. Gotta wait a while, man. It's like, has that first Godzilla came out yet? Like, dude, what the fuck? I've seen reviews like last month, and I'm like, why is this shit not like everywhere? Why can't I just buy this shit from like BBTS? Why is this shit not in stock? It's like, the fuck is up with this damn company? I saw that Ghost in the Shell figure just released after like 2-year wait time. It's like, what the fuck is going on with these guys, man? Like, dude, their shit looks good. I'm not gonna lie. Their shit looks good. From some of the reviews of some of the releases that have come out are pretty fair. Like, I don't think people are like amazed by all their products, but I haven't really heard too many bad things about all their stuff. There's like minor gripes in every release. Like the Rambo figure, I heard people were like not too content with the likeness. The Ghost in the Shell that figure that just came out, like a lot of people are kind of iffy on the likeness also. But the Godzilla, from what I saw from Sir Doric, he's actually the review that I saw. He was really praising it and just showing like the articulation on the tail, how it could support the whole figure. I was like, wow, that looks cool. And yeah, I don't know, for the price points, I'm digging them, man. But damn, dude, it's just having to wait for these goddamn fucking things. It's just a piece of shit, man. Killing me. Chogokin and Metal Build are different lines. Metal Build are metal skeletons and other metal parts. The scale is also different. Okay. Chogokin is older and the size varies. They can go from 6 to 18 inches, like that Daikyu Mari Gaiking ship. Yeah, I saw that fucking that one that's out right now is that Back to the Future 3, that train and shit. And like, yeah, they're not in scale, but man, they do look like museum quality pieces. Who has room for all these Godzillas? Haya is a fake company. Yeah, dude. It's like, man, I want to start a Godzilla collection, like, dude, but it's like, man, imagine having to wait for a whole Godzilla collection from these guys. But hopefully it's like that GI Joe effect, you know, because I know when those 118 GI Joe started like coming in stock, it was like a slew of them at a time. It would be like 3 come out in stock at the time. And I think that's what's gonna happen with these Godzillas. I think it's gonna be like 2 come in stock right after it just starts snowballing, hopefully, because shit, man, they've shown off quite a few where it's like, yeah, you're gonna be waiting for a minute, you know, where it's like, yeah, I don't want to buy 5 Godzillas at a time, but man, I want there to be options, you know, shit. Can't buy shit right now. Metal build are usually 10 inches with the exception of metal build dragon scale, but those are subline. Nerd, this guy fucking knows. Ghost Type, you need to start a YouTube, bro. You be on that fucking, you know about a lot of shit, dude. Eagerly awaiting my Haya 2000 Godzilla. Yeah, I'm down with that. That GMK one. And dude, somebody's gotta do that 98 Godzilla, bro. That American Godzilla. Man, that was an awesome time just in general, bro. Late 90s, early 2000s was just best time of all time. Best time of all time, bro. It was the best era. Pre 9/11. World's never been the same. Country's never been the same. Country died on that day. But yeah, pre 9/11. anything before that, we need toys of. We need memories of. Because yeah, I'd buy that. I know it's a fucking jarring design for Godzilla, but and a lot of people don't even consider that T-Rex looking ass motherfucker Godzilla. But I remember at that time, even the cartoon, they had a cartoon of that. I watched the cartoon, it was fucking awful, but it was cool. You know, it was dope. And I remember just loving that design when I was a kid for that Godzilla. It just looked like a fucking T-Rex almost, but it was like climbing buildings and shit. It was like more of a lizard. Yeah, that would make a cool ass figure. And I think one of these companies are gonna get around to doing that. So we'll see. We'll see what's up with that. And then I forgot to bring out the SH Monster Arts Odo Island Godzilla -1. But yeah, they're doing that pre final form Godzilla -1, and I think that shit looks pretty cool. I was like, fuck, that actually looks cool, and it would work. It wouldn't really work with like your 112 figures, but if you were to get like a 12-inch one of that, I think that would work, like a 10-inch one, because that shit was like big, but it wasn't like full grown, full size. But just going back to this one, I do want to get this, but it's like I said, it's when the fuck am I gonna get it? It's like I can't even get excited for this guy's stuff. It's like the wait time is just ridiculous, bro. And that's where I get like just surprised by Bandai. It's like they'll show off like a Fig Warts, and then it doesn't even feel like that much time goes by, and then it comes out. It's like fuck, and then they pump out like a lot at a time. It'll be like 5 releases at once. Like holy shit. That's why I always love like Isaac Wong's like Instagram. It's like, oh, these are the Fig Warts I got today. This motherfucker got like 6 and shit. And he like reviews all of them at the same time. It's crazy. But you get the scale with everything. I love it. I love his fucking Instagram. This shit's perfect for reviews. He gets that shit fast. I own a lot of metal builds since they do a lot of Gundams, and I do collect DX Chogoku since they do Macross. Yeah, dude. I always wish I could buy like a Gundam collection too, man, but I don't know that many of the suits. And the price, obviously the price, man. Mondo did a statue of the Hanna-Barbera Godzilla. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I've seen that. I've seen that Mondo statue. I hope one day we get a figure of that. That would be cool. I pre-ordered that Titanic Creations Kaiju. I don't know exactly which one that is. In the event they show Metal Bill, Saint Seiya, Kamen Rider 01, Gundam Barbados. Fuck off. But jumping back to this looks great, right? I gotta say, this looks awesome. Like Burning Godzilla's always has been such a cool look too, because it's just like, man, this motherfucker's burning, bro. Shit is a fucking nuclear fucking blast about to happen. This fool explodes. Yeah, this shit looks sick, bro. I'm down for it, but Just got to wait to see what's up with that. Along with this Hayatoys, Ivan Drago. If he dies, he dies. Dude, this guy, man. What a guy. What a fucking guy, huh? This motherfucker right here, bro. Talk about iconic movie villain, man. Like, I gotta call it right here. This is as iconic as you can get, man. like, does it get more cold than that? If he dies, he dies. Like, dude, when he kills Apollo Creed, holy fuck. I cry every fucking time. Every fucking time. I've said in the past. I watch that movie. I could be perfectly fine. I could be having a normal day. I know it's gonna happen. I know he's gonna kill this dude. I know he's dancing to James Brown. Everybody's happy. Everybody's cheering. Yeah. Living in America. I know it's happening, bro. I know it's gonna happen. I cry every fucking time, man, because it's like, God damn it, bro. He's like, don't throw in the towel. Promise me. Promise me. Fucking throw in the towel, man. What are you doing? Oh, bro. Every fucking time I'm like, Rocky, throw the fucking towel. He's gonna kill him. No. He's like fucking flailing on the ground, dead. Oh, fuck. It's just terrible, man. But it's such a good movie. It makes for such a fucking good movie, man. I was like, damn. It's like the Cold War, bro. You know, it's like the fucking Russians. And like, this is just totally believable that the Russians would have had some motherfucker like this, you know, just some fucking robot of a man, just mountain fucking of a man and shit, just, you know, training to beat the Americans and shit, obliterate them. It's like, man, they do that now in the Olympics. So they did before they fucking started just allowing trans to take over everything. But Chinese, dude, they're really after Americans first place medals all the time. Well, they're not ours, but they used to be a lot of them, but now they really compete hard. But yeah, this movie is it's just written so well. The characters are done so well. So get a figure of this motherfucker. Hell yeah, I want this dude. This shit looks great, man. The figure itself, I mean, the head sculpt, I don't know, it's kind of hard to distinguish how it looks in this lighting and stuff, but that motherfucker Dolph Lundgren, but I don't know, kind of looks a little off right here, right? It kind of, and that's the thing about the highest stuff. That's the one gripe that I always see with these guys is like, man, the likeness doesn't. They don't hit it. They don't hit it, man. It's not like a Mafex. I don't even want to say Figuarts because Figuarts did that Jackie Chan pretty good, but sometimes they fuck up on their MCU figures big time. That Anakin, he looked too much of like a little bitch. He didn't look right. This one right here, I don't know. It looks okay, but man, if okay is it, like, it better look more than okay because you're gonna have to expect a little bit less when it actually lands, and that might be a miss, you know. So I'll wait to see when it actually comes in stock. Like I said, it's fucking higher, so it'll be a minute. But yeah, hopefully it doesn't sell out when it comes in stock. Because yeah, this would be something I wouldn't mind starting a little collection of too. Get that Rocky collection going. That Apollo Creed went up for pre-order not too long ago, so I want to see just the quality on that one, and then maybe based off of that one, I can see what's up with continuing with their line. But yeah, this is hard to get excited for this reason alone, man. It's just, yeah, it's never coming out. It's like it looked cool, you know. It's like it's a cool idea for something, but you almost kind of wish seeing this that a third party company would do it because it's like, you know, they're just gonna do it real fucking fast. Simple. It's just a big body, pretty decent articulation. It's got the soft goods fucking trunks and the fucking head sculpt, the gloves, boots. Let's do it. That's it. Like, there's nothing to it, man. So I think they can miss me with all this extra shit, bro. Like this ring. It's like, yeah, it is cool, but if it wasn't there, I wouldn't give a fuck, honestly. Like, I just wouldn't give a fuck if it wasn't there. And the weights, like, I guess. Like, I like the soft goods, the jacket and stuff, his robe and everything. Like, that's cool. But yeah, I gotta wait to see what's up with that, man. But yo, we gotta slide into this Four Horsemen Dawns of Discovery wave, because yeah, man, it was popping off last weekend. Mythic Legions Con 2025. If you guys were there, let me know, because yeah, man, a lot of people flock to this con every year. It seems like it gets a lot of attention, a lot of excitement going its way. Not only for the Mythic Legions, but just for I guess like third party companies or up and coming companies, more grassroots companies. Obviously, heavy customizer presence right there. Obviously, those guys kind of start off as customizers sometimes. Maybe they just spawn off and create their own company. It's good for that, because yeah, that's kind of where what this company kind of entails a lot of the times with their pop and swap feature. Obviously, they entice people to want to customize their releases, man. It kind of creates just the fun in the line, because you can buy characters and use different parts and create more characters, and it's in the name, Legions. You got to buy more than one to really get the full experience, so it's always kind of cool to see a new wave of stuff. I think some of the times the same kind of critique I got for Haya, I kind of have for these guys. It's like they're pretty deep in waves that are currently not been delivered yet. But I think for the fan base that they have, I think they're okay with it. I think they understand that that's just the nature of the business for them. So I think they have plenty to enjoy right now, and can kind of wait for newer stuff. Because yeah, once you pay for these pre-orders, it's like you forget about them, and then once they land, it's like the best feeling in the world, getting new shit that you didn't pay for, you paid for long ago. So getting right into the wave, like I was saying, this is Dawns of Discovery. So the first character in the wave reveal was General Delphina of Earthy Ross. Say Earthy Ross. So yeah, General Delphina, and I gotta say, man, she looks pretty cool, man. Finally, different head sculpt for a little lady. She looks pretty dope. I don't know exactly if this is like reuse on the hair or they kind of just recasted that or something, but the head sculpt to me I thought was pretty nice on this. I don't really pick up too many of the female legions because I don't know, even though the head sculpts look nice, they still are a little bit bigger than like some more of the other female figures of characters that I have. So it don't really fit too well, but the shield on this looks cool. And yeah, if you got a lot of these other particular knights and stuff, I think you could slide this in there. I think I made the comment last week about the Crimson Guard, the female Crimson Guard, and how it's a goddamn oxymoron. And I think you can apply something the same to this. It seems a little bit DEI-ish, honestly. Whenever I see some of this shit, it's like a female knight. It's like, okay, I get it. It's fantasy. Yeah, whatever. Fuck it. It doesn't really matter. But when I see this, I'm like, General Delphina. I'm like, man, dude. In these times, it's like, if you're gonna tell me what to do, you better be able to kick my fucking ass. Like that's just how it is. And it's like, it's like I don't know. I don't know if I believe that all the way, but like I said, you got to create different characters, and they can't all be male, so it's okay. It's okay to get this. And then yeah, like I said, you get the different parts and stuff, and for that, it's cool. So General Delphina kicking off the wave. I didn't really get the price points for any of this because I had to kind of backtrack on all this information. I wasn't able to watch the live stream live and stuff. I was tripping, dude. It was like at fucking, I think it was at work, and it was like 7 in the morning where I was, or it was really early. It was like 9 or something. I was like at work. I think it was on my last break, and I was like, what the fuck is this? I saw Toy Bro posting all this stuff, and I was like, oh shit, they're doing this shit now. I was like, oh man, I was kind of bummed out by that. I was like, I wanted to be home and just kind of take it all in, but obviously, you're at the con. They were at the con, obviously, so got to get the full experience there. But yeah, I thought that was kind of lame. I was like, it's just fucking way too early for this shit. So yeah, General Delphina was the first one, and then this is where I kind of realized, I was like, oh, okay, this is kind of more sea-based, kind of ocean-based characters and stuff, where obviously kind of fits in the name. You got fucking Dawns of Discovery, so it's like, it's like, well, what's beyond mythos? What's beyond those waters and stuff? What's beyond that horizon? And this is where you could kind of start getting creative with also reusing some parts that you kind of use with your Cosmic Legion line. Because that's kind of what I bring up with Cosmic Legion. It's like the shit to aliens. It's like every time I see a design to an alien, it just looks like a bug or like a fish or something. So it's like inspired by stuff we have here on Earth, but that looks gnarly. It has an alien look to it. Because yeah, if you look at bugs right here, it's like they look like fucking monsters and aliens and shit. Some of these like underwater creatures and shit, they look like far out. So it's like, yeah, you could kind of blend them in the imagination. It's like, yeah, it's something like how an alien would look. So when you reuse parts from your Cosmic Legions line for this and kind of incorporate like just newer stuff, that's kind of fantasy based around Earth type creatures, it works, So you can kind of get these alien bodies, and like I said, you kind of retool up some different heads and stuff, and you got something new. And this character right here, Mobu, is like I said, we're really kind of dawned on me that this was going to be like more ocean based, and I thought that was cool. I thought once I saw this, I was like, okay, that's kind of where this direction is going, because yeah, eventually you get a little bit bored with seeing another knight, another goblin, another warrior, where we do get a little bit of those in here, but this is cool, seeing something new, seeing something different. It's like, yeah, it's still got that anthropomorphic flair to it that a lot of toy companies lean into, and a lot of figures are being made for anthropomorphic types of designs and stuff. And I like them. I've bought a few from different companies like Accessory, Maestro Union, obviously like TMNT NECA stuff kind of works. You kind of blend this into like a NECA, like a TMNT display or something. You can get that popping. So that's cool. But I always like that their waves always do kind of consist of like different factions. So you could kind of build out a new faction, or kind of go back to a previous faction, or even kind of just a one-off character that kind of looks like he could blend into this world that they've created. So next up, we got the Master of Coin and Commerce. What kind of fucking name is this? IBN. Fuck is that? Eban? Prosperous. Prosperous. I fucking think I butchered that way off, but IBN, if it's Ebon, that's what I'm calling them, Ebon. Yeah, we got this dude right here, and I gotta say, man, you get that CJism effect. I've said in the past, it elevates these releases. It just gives them that premium factor, but start mixing in the sculpt that these guys incorporate, the different accessories, like this fucking falcon and shit. Like that little accessory just looks badass. Like I want that, even for like your Falcon, maybe Marvel Legends. It's like, yeah, that motherfucker would have like a little Falcon with him. That's cool. Or just maybe your Joes or something. I know that dude Raptor, the GI Joe's character, that fucking Cobra character. Didn't he like attack people with birds? I thought they should have incorporated more of that, but that would be a cool accessory. Maybe you could give it to him or something. But yeah, this character looks pretty interesting, man. And the other thing that I always do like is that they give you like these extra head sculpts. I always do bring that up also. So you're able to just get the one-off character or an army builder, and that's to me is a genius for a company to do. You got to give those options, because you just increase the potential for people to buy more than one. If it's just a one-off character, then it's just a one-off character. Like I only need one, but if you give them these extra bits, it's like, oh fuck, all of a sudden it's like, hey man, two's fine, two's perfect. It's just so smart way to release stuff, and I've always liked that for them, so I don't know. Out of this entire wave though, kind of pick and choose the ones I'm really interested in getting, and it's not much, not for lack of interest in these specific characters, but just lack of interest in the line in general. Like I said, I don't really Mythic Legions too much, but some of the stuff that I do like to get are like certain warriors and stuff that kind of go into that whole like Coliseum arena type shit. I like that stuff, but this guy looks like he would work. I know when these motherfuckers would throw fools in the Coliseum, they would get people from all over North Africa, fucking Asia, all fucking parts and places and shit. Get these warriors and just throw them in there, so they kind of could work in there also. But yeah, it's a pretty interesting character. And then this one right here, I think this one was probably this one, and another one that we're gonna see right now was probably my favorite one, because yeah, this is using that imp scale body that they recently tooled up, and I think the more times that I see like these little short characters, like the more excited I am for these characters, because it's just they look badass. They just look cool, like in a smaller body. I always like that when companies engineer like tool up these smaller bodies, and they still pack in articulation into them. So we got the Zinjar. Man, I always fuck up on these names, but yeah, he looks cool, man. Even if you just like buy a couple of these and kind of, I've always liked putting like these types of characters next to like my fucking Goblin Queen or something. It's just like that's something you would see. Like she could just summon all these little fucking goblins and shit, and they just look like this motherfucker just looks demonic as hell. But he just has like this mischievous look to him also, because he's got like all these like beads and shit. He's got the goblet. The accessories for this one were just cool. The head sculpts are fucking awesome. Like I like the head sculpts on this a lot. You know, it's like something funny about that. This motherfucker gets drunk and his horns kind of come down and shit. I just think that's hilarious. Even if that's not the reason, for me it is. And then yeah, this other head sculpt too, where he's like kind of smirking and shit. It's like, yeah, I like that. It's got a lot of personality to this character. This is one that I think for sure I might cop. For sure I might. It's like oxymoron, but yeah, this is one that I'll at least for sure put on my radar, man. Because yeah, that treasure chest looks pretty dope. That fucking gold brick, like that looks dope, you know. And then yeah, that goblet, bro, like that just looks dope as hell too, man. So pretty cool one. It has a lot being packed into this since it's a smaller body. Like this looks pretty cool, man. Winner of the line, Imp. Yeah, I think so. I think this is the best one, honestly. Uh, like this shit. I got a Steve Irwin who doesn't like that figure too soon. Shit, man. Crockett, the crocodile hunter got killed, bro. I still remember fucking hearing about that. I was like, oh man, I was bummed. I was like, oh man, that dude is so cool, bro. He's such a nice guy, man. And it's just like a fucking animal killed him. I would have thought he would have died another way, bro. But hey, man, you live by the gun, you die by the gun. Marvel Legends, Mythic Legions are cool. I said Marvel Legends. Mythic Legions are cool, but take so long to produce. Still waiting on a bear I ordered a while ago. I know, dude. And honestly, the longer they don't release that bear, the fucking worse it looks. It's like I think I saw that on display at their booths and stuff. I was like, man, this shit is already looking outdated, bro. It just looks like, you know what it looks like? It looks like I can feel the figure. I can feel how it's gonna move. I can feel how like brittle it's gonna be, and like once I move in the leg, it's just gonna be loose and it's gonna pop off. Like I can visualize how it feels already just by looking at it, and I'm like, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So I don't know, man. I don't know. And like I said, you already got other companies that are like potentially making these fucking like bears and shit. Meditoys is doing one. I think Savage Crucible is gonna do one. Or Harbinger Studios, I mean. Fucking G.I. Joe did a fucking bear, you know. It's like, man, what's stopping them from doing a grizzly or something? Like, make it happen, they can do it. So I don't know if I even want to get that bear anymore. It's like if it would have came out like a year later after that, because I think it's been 2 years, no? Like, when the fuck did they show that off? Like 2023, I think. So it's been a minute, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's only been a year, but like I said, it looks older by the day. The figures and accessories look good. Yeah, I think so. The Savage Crucible Polar Bear looks good. Oh, they did show that off. Oh, well, so then yeah, I'm way off then. So then yeah, dude, there's other companies out there, you know, making other shit too. So the longer they wait to put stuff out, like the worse it gets for them, man, you know. And then the fifth figure was the Seafarers League Captain Iron Skull. Seafarers League. So I guess it's like another faction. Leader of the dreaded Seafarers League, Captain Iron Skull. Matey. Yeah, and this dude looks pretty intense, I would say. You know, anybody that doesn't have one fucking eye, I think they look pretty insane. So yeah, this one actually looks cool. This one to me had like probably the most personality. As far as like the human characters go. Like this just looks like a lot of new stuff to me. I don't know, just my naked eye, my virgin Mythic Legion eye. Like I don't really know too many of the parts, but this one to me looked a lot of new. I like this like pants and stuff. I like it's something different. It's like a more baggier. At first I thought it was like soft goods because it looks like that, you know, but it's just something different, man. And I gotta say, man, bravo to these guys for not looking back, bro. Going into that fucking double jointed elbow, you know, area and just not looking back, bro. Go forward with that, because Yeah, I remember when that was like coming out. It's always been a talking point that it's like, man, these guys got to get away from that single joint elbow shit. It's like, the fuck, dude. It's like, yeah, we get it. They're cuts right there. You don't like how they look, but they're necessary. They got to be there. It's a fucking damn action figure, not a damn statue. Not that they didn't move at all, but it's like, come on, man, get over that. Get over the look to them. Like, that's always what I hear from makers and stuff. It's like, I don't like the look to the inside of the elbow. It's just like, the fuck, it's a joint, bro. Like, get over that shit. And a lot of times you want the articulation to bend that shit anyway, so you're not even gonna look at it like, face forward. But this is another one that, like I said, I thought the look of it looked cool, but I don't think I'm necessarily in for it. But if I had that Nemo figure, what's the name of that Nemo character from Mesco? I'm like, man, this looks like a perfect villain to fight, or like even just, yeah, like a villain. He looks like a villain. Like, he looks like somebody he would fight, like, especially like toy photography shot. That would work. That would work extremely well. So I like his like different freaking helmets and shit. Like, that just looks crazy, dude. Like, this motherfucker has like a fucking stingray fucking. Is that a stingray's fucking skeleton and shit? Kind of looks like it. Looks like a shark or something. But yeah, that looks pretty crazy. And just kind of seeing this, like I said, this is like more ocean-based designs and stuff. It's like, man, these guys are eventually gonna do some kind of orca fucking tamer or something crazy. It's just gonna be off the fucking hook, and I'm here for that, bro. Orcas always scared the fuck out of me, man. So I think in a figure or something would look crazy. And then the Fisher's Guild, the Siren Opal Scale Mermaid and member of the Fisher's Guild. So yeah, this is like a fucking siren that, like I said, reused from their previous releases. That snake lower half, you get that already tooled up, and then now you can incorporate that into other stuff, maybe sea-based creatures that are not like fucking snakes and shit, but kind of similar. It still works. Still a fucking serpent and shit, but this is one, like I said, it's cool, man. A lot of this stuff, I think it's great for photography, dude, because it definitely does build out like more fantasy displays and shit. It's like, damn, these guys are getting me snake man, barbarians, sea creatures, fucking imp scales, goblins, orcs. Like, this is definitely the line for like fantasy collectors. It's like, I know I like my Savage Crucible stuff, but obviously these guys are way more further along, and it just makes for great world building also. Every wave has like great world building, being thrown into it, and it adds to everything. So I wouldn't really get a lot of these figures. Like I said, I don't really dip into it, but I can appreciate them, and this is cool. This is like different type of, like I said, faction, different type of race, different type of like creature. It works, man. And then from there, moving to Vitus Prime, and this is probably my favorite one of the bunch. I really like this one just because the Vitus figure, that one, and the Ramulus figure are probably some of my favorite Mythic Legions that I have. I always regret not buying more of them. I only have one of the Vitus. I always wanted another one because I just wanted two to flank my one Ramulus. But then they had the Ramulus back in stock, so I got two of him. So now those flank my Vitus. So now I'm getting Vitus Prime. I don't even know if it's Vitus or Vitus, but yeah, Vitus Prime or Vitus Prime. It's like, hey, this one looks pretty cool, man. I like this, but now I kind of wish I had two of the other ones to flank this one. So this is like the prime one. This is the leader. But yeah, this looks awesome, dude, man. I'm for it, man. And like I said, you're getting those double jointed elbows now. It's like, I don't want any Mythic Legions that don't have double jointed elbows now. It's like every fucking Mythic Legions I buy ever from this point forward needs to have this shit. Otherwise, I ain't buying that fucking shit. So, you know, that's just my be my take on it, or my way to collect these if I do. But yeah, this is the one I'm probably gonna cop. I'm probably copping this. I might even pre-order it through their site if it is cheaper to get him the little imp. I wouldn't mind getting two of the little imps and then this one, because yeah, this one looks cool. Yeah, this one's dope as fuck, and it was kind of threw me off a little bit. It's like, oh, what the fuck, a human character after seeing all these like fucking weird fish motherfuckers, but they always do throw in like a different, like I said, a different array, different factions, different humanoids or fucking anthropomorphic characters. Because from there, we move into this motherfucking walrus, and we get the Seafar's League Rosmurian harpooner named Odobin. Fuck these guys and their crazy names, man. But figure wise, it's like, yeah, dude, I'm for this. When something looks just completely new, it's like, all right, man. I don't mind these types of pre-orders going up, but when they do like reissues or like repaints and stuff, it's like, man, you should just have this as an in-stock sale. Don't pre-order this shit. Like I hate that. You know, it's like just have this as in stock when it's like in stock in your warehouse. But seeing something completely new, it's like, all right, I don't mind for this stuff to be, you know, pre-order, because it's like, yeah, this is a lot of new tooling that they got to do. They got to get, you know, more accurate orders in. But yeah, this looks pretty cool. It's like I said, if I had more of these like sea-based types of collections or like figures, I might think about getting something like this. Or if I had that Nemo figure for that Mezco, I forget the name of that character. What was his name? Nemo? Is that the name of that motherfucker? Why does that sound weird to me? I don't know, but if I had him, I would probably buy some of these guys and just kind of incorporate into that little display next to him. That would be cool. Then you got that fish accessory. I like the paint job on that. And I forgot to bring up their accessory set, but they always do like a accessory set that put it for pre-order with the wave. But yeah, this one looks pretty interesting. Like I said, it's just interesting in the sense that it's new, it's something different. I have not seen this, you know. Because if this has that factor, this next one definitely has that factor thrown into it. We get this big ass crab fucking dude. The largest of the set, the Carcinian deckhand of the Fishers Guild, named Bulwark. Man, bro, I swear I gotta listen to these damn videos before I decide to talk about these, because I feel like I'm just butchering these names. But Bulwark, this fucking huge ass crab, and when I saw this, the first thing I thought it was their Masters of the Universe homage figures, and I'm like, yep, you definitely know how they're gonna get Clawful homaged up, because now they got this guy tooled up. It's like, that's gonna look cool as fuck. You know, I'm gonna wait to see. I can't wait to see that. Even though I don't go in for them, I always do like to see them. I enjoy looking at them. The imagination it takes to kind of homage something with pieces you have already, figures you have tooled up already. So that's gonna look cool, you know. And then yeah, this figure itself, like I said, something completely new. That this to me is like, this is like trying to keep up with those cats out there in Wonderfest, man. Because I've seen them tool up at Noda this huge ass fucking crab for the longest time. And as far as I know, I don't think they've have any articulation incorporated into it yet. I think it's just like a early prototype, you know, because it's floated around for years now. That Noda Journey to the West line, I think it has like some fucking crab in there. And I think after these guys get their hands on this prototype from Four Horsemen, and by those guys I mean the fucking bootleggers out there in Hong Kong, I think you're gonna see that crab come out a lot sooner. Because these guys are doing all the heavy lifting for those motherfuckers, dude. They already have this thing articulated, fully articulated. The sculpt on this looks incredible. The paint always on Mythic Legions look incredible. All the Four Horsemen stuff, they never skimp out, whether it's their Mythic Legions, their Cosmic, or their Figura Obscura line. Their paint work is just, it's second to none a lot of the times. Just look at that gradient on that claw. It's got that blue crab fucking paint job on them. It looks awesome. And then that fucking huge ass anchor. It's like, damn, dude, this shit looks tough, bro. Like, this actually looks pretty cool for something that, when the Mezco Toys did it, those crab crustaceans, I thought that shit looked stupid. I was like, I don't want a fucking big crab. What the fuck do I want a big crab for? But then seeing this, it's like, damn, this shit looks tight as fuck. Because it's like, yeah, they're leaning into that big ass crab fucking anthropomorphic looking thing. Like, yeah, this can definitely fit into like your anthropomorphic TMNT display or something. It's just like a fucking mutated crab or something, you know, if you don't decide to just have this for your fantasy stuff. But this thing looked crazy, man. I was like, yo, this to me was like definitely the standout of the wave, obviously, because just the design and the way they're pulling it off so seamless, you know, it's good, it's great. The figures and accessories are looking good. Oh shit, I've read these motherfuckers comments. The polar bear is teasing silver warriors. Okay, but they showed the polar bear already, or Damn, I did not see that. I gotta go do my homework on that. I'm in for this Mr. Crab looking dude. Yeah, Mr. Crab, exactly, bro. Yeah, ate too many Krabby Patties, man. This thing is huge in person. Shout to Codenames is there. Hey, he fixed his name. Right on, man. Yeah, dude. I saw some of the inboot shots from that event. I was like following the Find My Figure girls. They always take great pictures of like these different events that they go to, obviously. And yeah, some of the inboot shots are crazy, but yeah, this one definitely stood out of the bunch because yeah, like I said, because of the design. So my bad, I didn't get the prices on all these, but all the entire wave is up on their site already. It's probably the more expensive one. Obviously, it's definitely the biggest one of the wave, but the whole wave is 450, man. Fuck, that's that's what I mean, man. Yeah, this one is $95 on their site. Fuck that, dude. That's a lot, man. But you know what? There's some fucking imports that just cost that. I was just bitching about this goddamn Yu-Gi-Oh figure that I bought for $90. That's like, man, and it's like, damn, that's why I get mad when it's just like got bad QC issues. Because it's like, we're being split different ways, like how we spend our money. So it's like when you spend money, you could have spent it on something else that doesn't have QC issues. And it's like, not to say this won't, maybe this has even more. I don't know, but it's like, I don't know, you're just like eating sour grapes, bro. It sucks ass. So you want everything to be fucking sweet, but when is everything sweet? Never, right? So fuck, it's not gonna be here. But then from there, we move into their Legacies of Mythos figure. So this is that line or no, this is the Infinite Legions line. My bad, I was completely off. Infinite Legions line. So a new entry, and I believe this is a line where they collab with like just somebody else that has some kind of, I don't know, design or something. So this is Joe Janello's Arcan the Cruel. So from what I understood, I guess this is like a character he designed. This actor, I think he is. He designed, and I think it was incorporated into Dungeons and Dragons as an official character. I want to say. I could be completely making this up, but I did try listening to a couple people talking about this, but I think I fucked up by not looking up at the screen. So I think that's what this is. But just figure wise, I think this thing looks pretty awesome. It definitely has that fucking Four Horsemen flair to it as far as the sculpt and paintwork. It looks great there. It's definitely excelling there. But man, it's like after they showed off that fucking dragon last year, stop making anthropomorphic dragons. Just put out that fucking dragon. Put out more dragons. Give people opportunity to buy dragons, like full scale dragon. Like I don't want to see this dragon walking on fucking two legs, swinging an axe and shit. Like, nah, I want that motherfucker flying, burning people. It's like that's what I want, man. But this does look great, man. It does look really cool though. It's got the dope ass armor, and I like the color too. It's like cape and shit. It's like that dark navy. That shit looks dope as fuck. The effects are cool, but yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know how well this Infinite Legions line is doing for them. I think this, like I said, since this is the second pre-order, I forgot the name of those Glycos figure. I forgot what they were called, but the first pre-order already closed up. I don't know how many people went in for that. They look really, I don't know. They look kind of boring, but I don't know. Like I said, since this is more of a customizers line, it's like these guys just customize this shit anyway, mix and match parts. So it's like, I guess for that, it's pretty cool. And yeah, I mean, it does have a lot of paint work on it. It's definitely going to stand out on the shelf. But as far as I know, this was not available at the event. I think this is going to go Arcan the Cruel to be offered for pre-order in January 2026. So yeah, it's a couple months away from going up for pre-order, but yeah, I think it's just going to be like a pre-order window. So I believe that was the same way they did the last one. So I think that's what's up with this whole point of dragons, that they are imposing and not people. Like, yeah, exactly. It's like, man, especially after you showed off a dragon, it's like, nah, homie. Like that's the only dragons I want to see from you guys. So Flash from Toby Spider-Man is making dragons now. Oh, that was Flash from Toby Spider-Man? Joe Manganiello? I fucking had no idea who that was. That's why this threw me off, because it was like Joe Manganiello. I was like, is that some famous person? Like, who the fuck knows? But yeah, it is that guy. If it is that guy, I do miss Dino Saucers. what the fuck does that have to do with Joe Manganiello, bro? So yeah, we'll see what's up with this one, man. It's pretty looks interesting, but for me, like I said, call me old fashioned. I just want my dragons to look like a fucking dragon. And then a couple of early previews. So we have another Figura Obscura figure, and I think this was available to people at the show. I want to say, but let me actually get that right because I could be off on that. So just when you think you know what to expect from Figura Obscura, will surprise you. After all, the name Figura Obscura was meant to mean secret figure. Counting the gods of ancient Egypt thing that we began last year with our Anubis and Bastet figures, we now have added the god of writing and knowledge to the group, the Ibis-headed Thoth. So when's this motherfucker available? So he made his debut. He is not exclusive to the show. Thoth will be available at the store Horseman sometime in 2026 as an in-stock item. So I guess he was just debuted there. Oh, this one was at the show. Okay, so that's pretty cool. All right, all right. So did you pick it up, NYC? Did you get any of the exclusives? Because I do recall saying I wanted that Monster Force exclusive. Just kidding. But yeah, this one's interesting. It goes good with those previously released Egyptian figures, like that post was saying. So I don't know. I didn't go in for those myself, but I thought the Anubis one was looking cool. And the Bastet looked also pretty interesting. And a lot of people dug those releases. Saw a lot of people taking pictures of that on my timeline, and the accessories for that look pretty cool to kind of build out a little display like that. You know, it's like, yeah, you get creative with like fucking, even with Marvel stuff, you could throw that like in an Apocalypse display or something, or Kang or some shit, you know, get crazy with it. Not mad at it. Not mad at it. It looks pretty cool. Dick saying you probably remember him from Magic Mike. Is that what's his name? What's the fucking I already forgot the fucking guy's name. Ivan Manganiello? I gotta look this guy up, man. You guys know this guy by fucking name. What the fuck? I can't not put a face to this guy at all. Or Deathstroke. What the fuck are you talking about? Joe? Did I say Ivan? Joe Manganiello is Rick Flag in the DC universe. Bro. Why am I picturing 3 different guys? No, I pass on this dude. No new parts I wanted. Well, calm down. Calm the fuck down. I got that koi fish though. Oh yeah, the koi fish looks cool as fuck, bro. Now we're talking about exclusives. Was it his name Koi? Yeah, this one right here was like, yeah, this is the exclusive to get, especially after you just saw that entire wave. It's like, yeah, this is gonna go hand in hand with that, where it's like, damn, dude, for an exclusive, this looks pretty necessary, honestly, for the wave, where it's like, I know if they re-release it, they're just gonna give it a different paint job, but like this koi fish just looks like, I can't imagine another paint job that would work with this. You know, this works so well, where it's like, what the fuck you gonna do? But I think they might have this in stock, right? I think they give people an opportunity to buy it, maybe with less accessories, maybe. But I feel like the paint job is necessary for this thing, man. This shit looks like cool as fuck with that paint job, dude. It's like, man, did I ever need a fucking koi fish as an anthropomorphic animal? I know I was just bitching about dragons, but this looks cool. Like if I had the opportunity to get this, yeah, I probably would have copped it, you know. Just because it's just something I've never really. I mean, I've never really seen a lot of this stuff ever, but yeah, this one, I don't know, it had like a really cool look to it. I liked it a lot. I think Toy Bro was taking pictures of the one he got in hand. So, and then I saw a D Amazing review on it too, and yeah, he had really good idea with it. Just kind of have him like swimming around. Just yeah, shit just looks cool, man. This is definitely like something you just pull out of your imagination. You know, it's like fuck, this shit looks crazy. And koi fishes are just cool ass fucking fishes too, man. They always look like fucking dragons, dude. Like, you've ever seen them? Like, they look like a fucking dragon. Like, they look cool as fuck. So cool animals. Omar hates sexy Italian actors. Bro, I gotta look this guy up. I don't fucking even know who the fuck he is. It's like these guys are like naming all these damn movies. I'm like, yeah, I'm a fucking. He's married to Sofia Vergara. What the fuck? Hold the fuck up, bro. What? Hold up. Joe, man. That's a good looking dude. I ain't shit. No homo, but damn. All right, I was about to say he's got Sophia. Better be looking good. Shit. Damn. What the fuck does this guy got to do with Mythic Legions? This is the same guy? This is the same dude, bro? Just know that you guys know this guy by name. Just know that you guys can recognize this guy, bro. How gay are you? Oh, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's a good-looking dude, man. Shit. Damn, this guy's dude. He's married to Sofia Vergara. He's divorced, bro, last year. Shows how much you know, Hardfast. You don't even know your stuff, bro. Oh, man. Holy shit, man. Fuck. Toys and Tits, what's good? Yo, Toys and Tits, what's good, man? Shit, we're about to lose Toys and Tits. I'm over here showing the guy's tits. Hey, yo. And why is these fake Egyptian gods? Is Omar with Bubba too? Bubba? Bro, I had no idea who this guy was, man. Dude, what movies has he been in? I was just looking at his fucking devilish good looks. What movies has he been in? You guys named off like fucking a million movies. More TVs and shows. Okay, let's see what he's been. Magic Mike, the Dick's Face was saying. True Blood. Okay, I've never seen that. Spider-Man 2. Okay, yeah, that's what that Flash. Oh, he was a smoker in One Piece, I reckon. Because it says One Piece right here, and I think I remember him as smoker. If One Tree Hill? How the fuck am I supposed to know who the fuck this guy is? I don't watch any of these goddamn movies or shows. This guy said Flash Thompson from Toby Spider-Man. That shit came out in 2002, my guys. What the fuck? How I Met Your Mother. What the fuck? How am I supposed to know this guy, guys? Bro, not one fucking movie I recognize. Not one show. Fuck. All right, man. I'm spending too much time on this guy. I got to do my research after. No homo. Fucking Codenames introduced himself as he was leaving. I keep you wanting more, NYC. Hey, yo. Flash Thompson. Yeah, how the fuck am I supposed to recognize this random fuck guy? It's like, dude, do you guys do that? Do you guys watch movies and know all the C-list actors by name? I don't fucking do that. I don't know. But I didn't even know Sofia Vergara was married. I thought she was loyal to me. Oh fuck, bro. Damn, what a pull right there. Shit. I'm not even mad. That's a good looking dude. You found my desktop background. Hey yo. Shit, man. Spider-Man. Yeah, man, I got it. This is Flash Thompson, Spider-Man. Oh shit. Omar sharing in a room with me next Legion's Con. Hey yo, bro. Come on, man. If you look as good as Joe Manganiello. Shit, bro. I don't know, man. Honestly, I have no idea what that guy has to do with Dungeons and Dragons, but if you pull Sofia Vergara, man, let him make the whole line. Fuck it. You can tell the stories, man. Make the entire line, bro. Fuck it, man. Just do what you want. That's pretty cool. I might have to pick up that figure now just for my mans, bro. But yo, guys, we gotta close out with this 1/6 Donatello from Mondo. This thing is off the hook, man. Honestly, for 250, I'm like, shit, dude. This is scary, man. This is scary, dude, because honestly, I don't think I've ever seen better TMNT figures in my fucking life, bro. Ling Jing Jun, NECA, Mesco, whatever, bro. These designs look so fucking awesome. And to know the inspiration is like a faux continuation of the 1990 movie, like what if this continued in that storyline? It's just even better, dude. It adds to the overall look to it, the design. I love the fact that they're giving us interchangeable eyes. So you get these like ninja, all white fucking eyes, or you get like that more movie look, you know, you get the fucking pupils and everything. Terrifying look. But man, these just look so awesome. And to only see the Donatello so far, you know, usually with TMNT figures, the whole set, you're accustomed to seeing them all four at once. Where right here, it's like, yeah, you know, the rest when they come out, they're gonna look just as badass. They're gonna have just as cool of accessories, all different, obviously. You know, incorporating their different personalities. You could definitely imagine Michelangelo's gonna have some kind of skateboard or something. It shit just looks fucking awesome. And 250, I was like up for pre-order soon. I don't think the pre-order is open yet on Mondo. It says coming soon, but sculpted out by the Kucharek brothers, I believe they go by. And I found that interesting when I first saw that. I was like, oh, they usually have like their in-house guy, but what I noticed about that is like their in-house guy usually kind of sculpts out the animated series stuff, you know. And these dudes, the Kucharek brothers, they're always busting out these like statues and stuff and all this crazy designs and everything. And yeah, their work is killer, man. I don't really collect statues or anything, but those premium statues that always get released like on Sideshow and stuff always look so fucking cool. If I was a millionaire, I'd probably buy statues, honestly. I would try to find like the perfect scale for statues, and I would buy that. I don't like the fact that like some are 1/4, some are 1 fucking 6 or whatever the fuck. Some are like bigger, some are like the busts only. I would just try to buy one scale statue and I would stick to that, you know. But back to this shit just looks so awesome that I'm like, damn, 250 a pop. It's gonna be $1,000 TMNT set. But man, once you get all four, it's like that's the best 1/6 TMNT set ever, bro. Like you're never gonna have to worry about getting it again. And I mean, if you're not a 1/6 collector, you don't have to worry about getting them now. And I'm not a 1/6 collector, but I am buying certain pieces. Like I said, I got that Doom, I got that Darth Vader, that fucking Dark Knight Batman is hitting right now. I'm like, man, I kind of want to get it just to kind of have, and I kind of want to see about building out a 1/6 collection one day, just put them out. But man, TMNT is something that who wouldn't want a collection of that? You know, if you do collect 1/6, these are gonna be perfect, dude. These are gonna be like I said, the best TMNT set I think I've ever seen design wise. When you incorporate the accessories that they have, it's like look at his like fucking watch, his like little gauntlet. It's got like that Super Nintendo looking controller and shit, calculator. That's what I like. That's what they incorporate into design. It's like the stuff that they would find in the sewer. It's got like that fucking pouch and shit. It's like screams fucking 90s and shit. Like just looks so good. And like I said, look at the accessories, bro. Like repurposes Mauser. It's got like that fucking old fucking camcorder. Like, this just looks awesome, dude. They knocked this out of the park, man. Where obviously you look at the designs of the turtles, they don't lend themselves to great articulation, but these guys did what they could, man. And did what they could. And they're doing a lot with like these ways to give you different expressions, man. I love this engineering that they have to do. More companies that get creative like this, you know, it's like they got to try different shit, you know, like I've said in the past, the Marvel Legends, try different face plates, try the eye plates for the Miles Morales or the Peter Parker, give them different expressions, you know. The Deadpool also, people brought that up on the Maximum. They could have tried that, you know. It gives you like a more satisfactory feeling that the company tried this, and maybe it doesn't work, maybe it's not executed well, but at least they try. You know, maybe it ends up being another QC issue that they have to take into account, but I like that they try it out, you know, and just look at all this for 250. I'm like, man, this is a lot of shit, dude. Where it doesn't have anything that says exclusive for a timed edition, so kind of leaves me wondering, like, if they do the this is the timed edition, and then they do like a pre-order after the fact, it's like what accessories are gonna be missing? Because, like, man, if I buy this, I have to put my money up front right now, and I'm like, I don't mind that because it does look good, but it's just like 250 that I wouldn't mind paying it after when it comes out, you know. But if I'm gonna get like lose out on some of these accessories, I would hope I lose out on the extra stuff. I would want it, but I don't want anything like being taken away from the Donatello, like the head sculpts or anything. Like, you know, if they took away some of like that fucking that metal head, like his head, the Mausers, if they took that stuff away, okay, I don't mind it. Maybe some of the weapons, I don't mind it. But overall, like I want the whole Donatello itself like intact if there is a timed edition. And then I think according to them, they're gonna have like a build a figure type of release or some shit. Cause I think this metalhead, that head, I think they were like really specifying that that's important. Like, watch, this is gonna be important later on in the next releases. So I don't know if in the next releases it's like a body or legs or some shit. I don't know what the fuck they do with that. But I think that's just cool if they do that, like a build a figure. It's like it's kind of cool. You're paying 250 for, you know, 1 and 0.5 of a figure, so it's like okay, you get something in the end. But man, just going back to the design of this, I think this shit looks awesome, bro. It's really tempting to going for it, and I think I might, because when I look at it, it's like, yeah, it's 250. That's a lot, but for a 1/6 figure, it's like, yeah, that's a pretty below average Hot Toys price wise. Usually Hot Toys are tipping that fucking $300-$400 price point. This is just under $300. It's like, yeah, that's kind of nice. And then, like I said, I get this one, I'll be locked in to get the other three, and I think those would be a lot easier to purchase, because, like I said, I'm not gonna want to miss out on either one of them. So it's definitely gonna be left on my radar for right now. But I think once the pre-order opens up, I'm gonna see what's up with it, see if there is any accessories being taken away in the future. Because, like I said, I wouldn't mind paying for this once it's out. I just don't want to cover the 250 now. But if that's the only option, then fuck it. I might just do it, because it does look very fucking cool. Like, this is something I know I'll be happy with forever, like keeping for sure. Even if it's not like 112, I'm like, I don't care. This is cool. Like, this just looks. I wouldn't even mind displaying this like in my living room or something. Just once I get all four of them, it's like they look museum quality. I would want other people to see this shit. I wouldn't want just for this to be for my eyes only. Like, this shit just looks extremely awesome. So yeah, man, fucking Mondo is cooking, bro. And I know there's some news right now for Funko going out of business soon. So I did hear some talk about how that's going to affect Mondo and stuff, but doesn't seem like it's affecting them much. I haven't really heard anything from their end. So I don't know if that company just devolves into something else, or once they go bankrupt, that gets sold to somebody else, which I imagine would happen. But I don't know. Still gotta wait to see that. But just going back to this, I think this shit looks awesome. And yeah, I just might lock this up, bro, because I know this would be a set that I would definitely have FOMO over. But I'm gonna see what's good. 250 from Mondo is 320 after shipping, tax, and tariffs. Yeah, you're right about that. I forgot about that stupid tariff fucking surcharge or whatever. Went to order Mondo Two-Face and it went from 235 to 302. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying, man. If this becomes available like on Entertainment Earth or Big Bag Toy Store, then that's the best route for me. But I'll see what's up. I'll pass on the Donnie. If Joe Manganiello was promoting it, then yeah, hard eyes. You're right, bro. You're cool with the Mondo team. Ask them about the regular release. Yeah, I should hit them up, bro. I should hit those guys up. I should get an interview with them. You were telling me last week you have room for 1/6. Man, honestly, dude, I have some room. I've been kind of like trying to reorganize my space, because it's like, man, I've been repacking some stuff. I'm like, I don't want to have this on display anymore. So it's like, but 1/6 is just like, I feel like once you start displaying that, it's like you're not gonna want to display anything else. So I don't know, man. I don't know, but like I said, this is the stuff I just want to lock up, because it's like I don't want to have FOMO later on and it's too fucking late, But just look how cool this looks, dude. Like, even just not even in a battle action pose, just kind of having him on display doing shit like this, like fidgeting with his gadgets. Like, I think that's cool. Obviously you can get all four, you can get them just one off and get them like in the action pose. Like, this pose right here is cool as fuck, like where he's just like action ready and shit. Like, these are awesome. But for a character like this looks awesome. But for this motherfucker, like, dude, just out the gates, I would just want to pose him around just fucking with his gadgets. It's just like, that's Donnie, that's him. Like, even this right here, he looks all geeked out. It's like that just looks like it's got so much personality to it because of that. Yeah, this thing is probably gonna be a cop for me. I'm not gonna lie. This shit is awesome. The more I look at it, the more I want it. And it's like, kind of didn't want to look at it, but when I was getting the slides today, I was like, oh fuck, I forgot about this. Damn. damn. But yo, guys, that's all the action figure toy news I have for the evening, man. It's gonna be back. Took a little break last few weeks just because, yeah, fucking time wasn't really my friend. But man, I always do get excited to come back on here and chop it up with you guys, man. So I'm glad I was able to do it tonight. And then yeah, like I said, always, man, if I do gotta take a break every now and then, don't worry. Show's not gonna take a permanent leave, but it's always just that time to take a break, I guess. But guys, I appreciate you guys joining me, man. Thank you guys for your comments and stuff. Thank you guys for the replay. If you guys check the replay, you guys watched a little bit of the show, the whole show or whatever. Appreciate it, man. Thank you guys, man. just a little over 3 hours, man. I do got to get on out of here, so can't stick around too much, man. But thank you guys. I'll see you guys on the next one, man. Episode 67. So, man, a little bit closer to 100, man. I want to do something for episode 100, so still a ways away. But, we'll see. We'll get there, guys. We'll get there, right? But until then, I'll catch you guys on the next one, man. You guys have a good rest of your week, man, and take care of yourselves, man.